welcome to Across the Omniverse, a podcast brought to you by Cinema Sangha. My name is Devin Fracci. I am one of the hosts of the program, joining me as he traditionally does.
My name is Derek Ferracci, and if I learned anything from those 30-day challenges, it's that you can do anything you want for a week. How are you, Devin?
I'm okay. How you doing?
Good.
I had an encounter today.
Oh, of the third kind?
No, I wish. So a friend of mine and I go on a walk every Sunday morning.
Yeah.
Delightful little ritual that we have. It's nice. We gossip, we talk, we keep in touch. It's really great. I love it. I've known her a long time, very long time. And in our relationship, our friendship, she has always been the more rational, calm one. And I, when I was drinking, was the one that would get into fights or yell at people on the street. So we're finishing up our walk, and we finish up the walk every week at the Atwater Village Farmers Market. Okay. She buys a loaf of bread there from a specific gochujang bread. I mean, it's very good. Gochujang is a Korean sauce. It's like it's sweet and spicy.
And the bread is made with the sauce in it, kind of thing?
I'm guessing. I mean, it tastes great. I don't know how they make it exactly. So she picks up a loaf of that bread every week at the end of the walk. So today we get to the farmer's market, and we had not been for the last couple of weeks. And I had seen on Nextdoor and the Citizen app that people had been showing up at the farmer's market wearing masks and causing a ruckus because people thought they were ICE.
Okay.
And it turns out they were First Amendment auditors. Do you know what a First Amendment auditor is?
Yeah, they're idiots.
Why don't you tell us what a First Amendment auditor is?
They show up at places with like a camera, and they just set it up, and they just stand there and creep people out. And they're like, I'm testing my First Amendment rights to film, to do this. And it's like, you're just being a fucking dick.
Yeah, and they get pretty aggressive too. These guys they were using their phones as cameras, and they had them on swivels. They were like running around putting their phone in people's faces and shit like that. And so I said to my friend while online to pick up the bread, I said, once upon a time I would have gone up behind those guys and begun yelling, pedophiles with cameras. But I said, but you know what? Like, I'm sober. I've got a lot of years under my belt. I'm a different kind of guy. We get the bread. As we're walking out of the farmer's market, we pass them by again, and they're just harassing this little group of people. And my friend just goes, dorks, you're a bunch of dorks. And so I'm like, all right, the gate is open. And I start going, pedophiles, beware, pedophiles with cameras. That was my little encounter this morning, yelling pedophiles at the First Amendment auditors wearing masks. And sure enough, a little bit later, Citizen app reported that somebody called the police on them, as happens, which is what they want. They want the police to come so they can go, it's my rights. Oh, I don't have my rights anymore. And it's like, you got a right to get a fucking knuckle sandwich right in your face is what you got a right to. Yeah. These guys suck so bad.
Yes, they do. They really do.
Have you run into them in real life?
No, not in real life, no.
This is my first time running into them in real life.
Yeah?
It was like 3 of them, and they're all wearing, like, masks, like ice masks. They look like ice. It really sucked, man.
And, I mean, they're going to a Korean market for a reason.
No, it's not a Korean market. It's a farmer's market.
Oh, I thought you said it was a Korean market.
No, it's a Korean bread, Korean sauce that the bread is made with or from or whatever. It's the farmer's market. It's like a real, like, my neighborhood is like a little on the yuppie side, creative professionals with families, that kind of thing. And so it's like a lot of white people and like a lot of like liberal people. So they're going to get in the faces of those folks,
Yeah.
Did you watch the new show on HBO called Neighbors?
No.
Do you know what that is?
It's a documentary series about neighbors who don't like each other.
Yeah, and it's made by Rough House, Danny McBride's company. And so in that show, I watched the first episode, and it's 2 different stories. And what's fascinating is that in both stories, both sides seem like real jerks. Like, I was like, oh, everybody here sucks. And they're all weird, too. Like there's one guy who's in Montana, and like halfway through the episode, he's like, I spend my whole day researching Q. I've gone down incredible rabbit holes. This is what I do for a living now. And you're like, oh, wow, you're crazy. Anyway,
well, I just want to know how he does it for a living.
People, he's probably charges money to look at things, or people send him money as like gifts. I mean, he lives in the middle of nowhere. I imagine his cost of living is quite low. Anyway, one of the stories on this first episode was about a private beach that has a public access way. So part of the beach is public, but all the people that own the private beach houses are always yelling at the people on the public beach to get off. And so there's a group that is like fighting to get access to the public part of the beach and like trying to like tell people you're allowed to be here, don't leave. This attracted the attention of a First Amendment auditor. And he shows up and he just immediately gets into fights with everybody. Like neither side. Like he is like putting his like camera in a lady's face on the public part of the beach. And this kid is like, get away from my mom. And he starts trying to pepper spray the mom because she picks up her beach umbrella to like push him back. Like that's what these guys are like. They are. He just get into a fight with every single person on that beach. It was crazy.
Yeah.
And he was so excited about it too.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they're assholes. I don't like them.
They suck, man. They suck so bad. Like, get a real hobby, man. Like, really, just like harassing people on the street. That's your hobby? That's crazy.
Like harassing people on the street in the nerdiest way possible.
Yeah, it's not even funny, right?
Yeah,
like, that's the thing.
Like there used to be like not even prank, but like there used to be like people that would just harass people on the street. Toughs, youths. But they were also like, hey man, give me $1. Like, there would be like a sense of like threat, not a sense of just you're annoying.
Yeah, that's the thing, is that they're so annoying. And that's why people get into fights with them, because they're so annoying. So anyway, that's what I did today. That was the big highlight of my Sunday.
Didn't one of them get shot like a year or two ago?
Oh, I hope so. I do know that a YouTuber who did prank videos on people in public did get shot.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, that was pretty good. That was like, yeah, you deserved it. Like, quite frankly, like, and he was doing crazy stuff. Like, he was getting in people's faces and shit, like, and making people feel honestly threatened.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I think that was because I remember watching a video of it and being like, yeah, that dude was kind of begging to be shot by somebody.
Yeah, he's really asking to be shot. And that's the YouTube guys are really interesting because they're mostly young guys who have no sense of consequences.
Yeah.
Like, they don't believe that something could happen to them. Like, just doesn't, not even believe, they don't even consider the idea that something could happen to them.
There was one guy, I think in the UK, whose YouTube channel was him just going into people's houses and sitting down. And then he was shocked when he got arrested for like illegal entry and stuff. And he was like, I don't understand.
It's just a prank. It's a prank. It's a prank.
But he would just like walk into people's homes and like sit down or like go through their fridge and stuff or like whatever. And like sooner or later he got arrested for it.
Yeah, that's great. Good for the police. Get that guy off the streets. Yeah, seriously. Anyway, we got any news this week?
Sure. We'll start with the sad news. Tom Noonan has passed away. The actor. Very sad, very young, 52, I think he was.
Is there another Tom Noonan? He can't be 52. There's no way he was 52.
I don't know. Is there another? Who are you thinking of?
I don't know. You said the actor. That's why I was wondering if there's another Tom Noonan. Tom Noonan was born in 1951.
All right. He was old enough. 74. He's older than older than I thought.
Yeah, a little bit. He, for our audience, I'm going to say, and I love our audience, and I don't mean this to be awful, but probably best known as Frankenstein's monster and the Monster Squad to this audience,
sure.
But probably also Manhunter. He was the original Francis Dollarhide. Yep. And he's also Kane in RoboCop 2, and also the Ripper in Last Action Hero. Oh. And then he's Kelso in Heat. A minor character in Heat. So he also does all of the voices in Anomalisa except for the main two characters, which is interesting. What are you laughing at?
Somebody's Googling.
Yes, somebody is Googling. Yeah. Somebody did it quietly, though. That's the thing. Somebody was like very quiet.
But they gave it away by just saying every single credit that like comes up when you Google the person's name. Also, did you know he was in What Happened Was?
Sorry, I'm trying to give some fucking context to our friends that are listening and watching on the YouTubes. That's all. I'm trying to be really, helpful. That's it.
I think the context was there when you said he was Frankenstein in the Monster Squad. Like you said, that's what chances are people will know him from.
I mean, that's true.
Yeah. So there you go. But we have that. In other news, there's a Venom animated movie in the works from the guys behind the latest Final Destination.
Which I liked a lot, by the way.
Yes, I thought it was very good.
And Tom Hardy's involved.
Yes. Yeah.
Which is great. Because here's the thing. I love Tom Hardy Venom.
Yes.
And Tom Hardy Venom without the restraint of a live action movie, that's going to be awesome. Like, I am all about
do whatever you want budget kind of deal.
Yeah. I really fucking love it. And it's, I mean, I know that this might be controversial among some people, but I think that Tom Hardy's Venom movies are amazing. And
I enjoy them very much.
Yeah, like, they're not like great films by any means, you know what I mean? But like, they're really enjoyable, and his performance in each of the three is like legendary. I mean, I think
there are very few moments in movies that I like can close my eyes and remember what it was like to see it in the theater that match like him in the first movie just like sit like going into a lobster tank and laying down in it for some reason. Like, I remember seeing that in the movie and be like, what is happening? Why did that just happen?
Yeah, it's really great. I mean, I absolutely love it. It's just the best. So I'm all about it. And so I'm excited. Let's do it. You know, Sony wants to keep making money on their Spider-Man stuff. Great, do it.
Yeah, I mean, the last Venom movie made like $400 million or something. So, you know, there's still money in there.
Yep.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem 2 has been moved up to August 13th, 2027. That's about a month ahead of where it was.
Oh, wow.
So that's exciting. Adam Wingard has left the sequel to Face Off. He's no longer going to direct it. In other news, they're making a sequel to Face Off.
I knew about this. I knew that Wingard was involved, but we hadn't heard anything in a minute, so I'm wondering if there's just like a lot of creative problems.
I don't know. Who can say? Timothée Chalamet has teased that Dune 3 is the eeriest and a big swing.
I'm very curious.
One, I should say.
I'm curious what eeriest one means. That's really interesting to me. I'm really curious what this is going to be.
It means that while they were filming, Zendaya kept being like, "I'm the leprechaun," and he freaked out a lot.
I saw a joke post like from one of these sites that's like a sub onion site, and it was supposed to be like a quote from Zendaya talking to Robert Pattinson. Like, she was talking about having been on set with Robert Pattinson for Dune 3. And the quote was, and then he turned to me and said, "We're making a Dune movie." And I said, "Yes, I know." And the thing is, I kind of believe Pattinson might do that. Like, I kind of like, it was not obvious to me that this was a joke.
Yeah.
There's like something really silly about Robert Pattinson, like in his free time, that I was like, this feel like, I think the joke is he's dumb, but like, I just
he's definitely not dumb.
He's not dumb. Yeah, he's not dumb.
But he's a weird, kooky guy. So.
He's a real weirdo.
Yes.
There's a great story about him where there was a woman who was standing outside his building every day to meet him. Did you hear this story?
Yes, she was like kind of stalking him, and
he took her out to dinner,
have lunch with her.
Yeah, and then by the end of it, she was like, "Oh, I don't like you after all."
That's amazing. That's amazing.
That's so good. Somebody should make a play out of that. Like, that's so good. He just complained to her the whole time over the meal, and she was like, "Oh no, you suck."
I remember when he first got cast for Batman, and he did an interview, and the person was like, "So you're gonna bulk up for Batman?" And he's like, "No, I'm actually gonna lose weight. I want to be thinner." And the internet freaked out. People freaked out, like, he's the wrong guy for this. And it's like, clearly he's fucking around. Like, although I don't think he put on much muscle.
No, I don't think so. But he did keep a vape in his utility belt.
Yes, which is pretty fun.
That's really great. Yeah. That's so funny, man. I really love it.
The bat vape. I hope it had a bat symbol on it.
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
Yeah.
I'm excited about Dune 3. I can't wait for it. It feels weird that it's coming. I kind of never imagined that I would see this movie.
It feels weird that it's coming, and it's coming out the same time as the next Avengers. That they're just like, we're doing it. We're putting 3 out at the same time. We don't care.
It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. No, because Dune has the IMAX screens. Avengers going to blink. Avengers going to blink.
You think Avengers is going to blink?
They want the IMAX screens, yeah.
I mean, they've already... All right.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm curious because the thing is that Dune's not going to blink because they have the IMAX screens. They want the IMAX screens.
Yeah.
And Avengers not getting IMAX is going to really hurt a lot.
Yeah.
Because that all the premium format shit, that's extra money, that's extra box office.
Yeah.
So I really do wonder what's happening behind the scenes at Warner Brothers and Disney right now, because it is pretty weird.
Disney's just gonna buy them out so they can put out Doomsday in IMAX. Like, we'll just buy Warner Brothers. Fuck it.
Yeah. I mean, what an incredible day if both those movies come out. They're both gonna be long though, so kind of be a challenge to watch both in a day, it feels like. Yeah,
yeah. And it doesn't have, because I've seen people be like, oh, it'll be like Barbenheimer, but it's not, because there's not a vast difference in
that's the thing
genre, you know?
Yeah, they're kind of the same genre in a certain way, you know, like in a certain way. So I don't know. I'm very curious. Want to see it. But Dune 3 is going to be probably mind-blowing to the people who are in love with Timmy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he plays Space Hitler, so.
I mean, that's pretty much what he did in Wonka, so it's not.
It's true. I really liked him in Wonka.
He was very good. He was very good.
It's a pretty good movie.
It's very enjoyable. It's really well done. Yeah.
I mean, like, it's one of those movies, they made it and you're like, I was like, why would you fucking make this? And then I watched it. I was like, oh, this is actually delightful. This is a delightful picture.
Yeah. I'm not a fan of that thinking. And I do it myself sometimes. And I try not to. That, like, who's this for? Why would they make this? And it's know. Maybe it's for somebody that's not you. It's okay.
A Wonka prequel just felt like cheap commercialism, though. That's the
I mean,
thing.
it was cheap commercialism. It just happened to be well made.
It was a good movie. Yeah. It's like the Lego movie was technically
or Lego
cheap
movie or Barbie. I mean, Barbie was cheap commercialism.
Right.
But they're like, we'll put somebody good on it. And look at that. They made a good movie.
You never know.
Now it's like Warner Brothers' highest grossing film of all time or something, isn't it?
It's a big one.
Yeah. Anyway. Speaking of cheap commercialism, Toy Story 5 trailer came out.
You know what? I missed this.
Did you?
I went through this doc and I missed this. I missed the next two trailers. I just missed them totally. My brain went right over them.
Confused by this trailer.
Yeah?
Because the idea is the little girl that owns all the toys gets like an iPad, and now she's just playing games on her iPad.
Mm-hmm.
But the iPad that like design that they give her, and it looks like one of those leapfrog pads that you give to kids that it's all educational games.
Mm-hmm.
And the toys are like, this is terrible. This is very bad. She's just using that all the time. It's like, yeah, but that's an educational toy. You're a fucking pig. Like, you know, you're just a toy pig. Like, to want us to be against the educational toy seems like a weird.
You're assuming it's an educational toy. I think they just
if it's not, they shouldn't make it look like the leapfrog pads.
I don't
educational.
know. I kind of don't understand how this franchise is still going, because when you realize that Woody doll is from the 1950s, he's like 70 fucking years old.
Yep.
And he just keeps getting handed down to kids. Like, I don't believe that. I just don't believe that. I don't believe
got
that
fixed up in the one.
Yeah, but I just don't buy it. it's just like weird. You know what also?
I mean, I don't buy that any of these toys are being handed down over and over again.
Yeah, no, Slinky Dog goes right in the landfill. Like, there's not even a question. Like, it goes right in the landfill.
There's no way Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head have all their pieces still.
Yeah, no, nobody's handing those down to their kids. No. Like, is this the story of a family of hoarders? Is that what the true story of Toy Story is?
Don't forget that the Andy gave his toys to like his neighbor in like one of the movies, in 3 or 4 or 2, I don't know which one. But in one of them, he gave it to like the little neighbor girl because he was going off to college.
I think it was 3, 4. Okay. I don't know why they keep making these.
Because they make a lot of money.
I know, but like, are people excited about it? I can't imagine.
I mean, look,
exhausting.
I'm not going to go off of our people excited about it, because we look on the internet and we go, nobody's talking about it. It's going to do bad. And then Avatar makes $2 billion.
No, it's going to do well because it's a Toy Story movie. Parents know it. They know they can take their kids to it. The parents that are taking their kids to it grew up on Toy Story.
Yes.
Like that's the thing.
Yeah.
And so it's going to do well, but is there excitement? Because like there's a new Pixar out this week.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
Hoppers. Yeah.
Yeah, but like, could there be less ambient interest? Like it's
I don't
crazy.
know. Could there be? I don't know. I'm a middle-aged man. They're not trying to catch me, and I don't know. You know if other people are excited for it or not. I have no clue.
I have talked to other folks, and there's a generalized. While I heard this is actually a very good movie, friends of mine have seen it. They said it's actually the best Pixar in a decade. And Pixar's been on a real low streak for the last few years. But I think everybody agrees. So there's not really a lot of like interest or excitement in it. But I guess we'll see. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Again, the thing is that kids' movies do really well in this current environment because parents want to get out of the house. They want something they can trust. That King David movie made a lot of money. Like
made a lot of money.
Yeah, the religious cartoon.
And Zootopia 2 is like gigantic.
It's unbelievably huge, and that is crazy because Zootopia
it made more than Avatar.
Zootopia 1 was a cultural moment. Like Zootopia 2 is not. It just made all that money like quietly. Like just sort of quietly.
And it's like
in China,
In China, it's huge. It's
Yeah.
huge in China.
Yeah, it's kind of fascinating.
Yeah.
I should watch Zootopia 2.
I look forward to seeing the characters from Zootopia showing up in Avengers Doomsday, so that it'll do well in China. Like, hey, Jason Bateman Fox, thanks for coming and helping us defeat Dr. Doom. I don't know what the characters' names are. And then we've got Over Your Dead Body trailer.
I didn't watch that one either.
Do you know anything about it?
I know that it's Jason Segel.
Do you know who directed it?
No, who?
Yorma Tacome.
Oh, okay, then it's going to be great.
Yeah. And the trailer's really good. I enjoyed the trailer very much. So, yeah, it's Jason Segel and, what's her name? Samara Weaving? Is that her name?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Something like that.
Yeah, close enough. That'll do it. That'll do, pig.
But it's a very good trailer. And then we have Lee Cronin's The Mummy trailer.
Yeah, not really excited about it, man.
Why? How does Lee Cronin get his name in front of the movie?
I do feel like that it might be a legal thing because it's not the Universal The Mummy, and like they're trying to make it.
You can't own the name Mummy, right?
You can't, but like, I mean, it's a little tough because it's tough because when everybody hears that there's a new Mummy movie, they all assume that it's the Universal Mummy. Like like you could argue in court that this is potentially confusing.
But then shouldn't they have called it not Universal's The Mummy?
Not. It says,
right?
Don't spill your juice in the mummy's hood. While being a menace to society. I don't know, man. I mean, I don't really know why Lee Cronin's The Mummy is the deal. I mean, that's my best guess.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm just guessing in that case. So
it's just, I mean, because now it joins the ranks of, you know, Francis Ford Coppola's Bram Stoker's Dracula and Kenneth Branagh's Frankenstein.
I mean, yeah, maybe that's what they're going for. They're trying to say it's set in that universe.
Yeah.
It's set in the Auteurverse.
The Auteur. Yeah.
Oh, man. All right, what else we got?
That's it for news.
There's some stuff we can talk about that you didn't put in there.
Oh, great.
One of which is that it seems like Brave and the Bold is not happening anytime soon. You don't think so?
I wouldn't go off of random rumors. Like, again, Gunn went out this weekend and squashed a whole bunch of the Brave and the Bold rumors.
Well, he shut down rumors about Paradise Lost too. Yeah. What did he shut down? What were the rumors he shut down this week?
That Paradise Lost had been shelved, that they weren't going to do it, and that Batman, he would not, the DCU would not have a Batman movie until Matt Reeves' Batman trilogy was done, and Gunn was pressuring Reeves to make the third one quickly. And he said that none of that is true. You
know what, though? I'm going to say something, is that I have lost my I have lost my trust in James Gunn
Yeah.
to be honest. Like that's the thing. Not like as a filmmaker, but as the communicator, I've lost my trust in him because I think he has obfuscated and lied recently. And so, like when he says that Paradise Lost isn't shelved, does that mean that they got? But that could still mean that they that they got rid of the creative team and they're going back to page one. Like it's not shelved; it's in development.
Yes,
you know
but
what I mean?
if the claim is that they're not doing it anymore, it's been shelved, and that's not what happened, then he's not lying. He's not going to come out there and be like, "No, it hasn't been shelved, but we have gotten rid of everybody who's working on it." Like,
well, no,
there's no bonus there.
I think the thing is that what I mean is that like it's not shelved technically, but it's shelved functionally. So when the scooper got that information, they might have gotten the information from somebody who said like, "Oh, it's over. Like this show isn't happening," and what they meant was like they're just fucking dragging their feet on it, or they're just not putting any effort into it right now. That seems likely to me. I don't know. What other rumors?
I'm looking to see exactly what he said about
Paradise Lost.
Paradise Lost.
I mean, I am curious. I'm very, very curious because I don't know. I think they overpromised at the outset of the DC.
Oh, I mean, yeah, definitely. Like putting out all that stuff was goofy, especially like to show all that stuff. Like we're doing all this, nothing's going to get greenlit until we have a good script.
Yeah.
Here's what is it true that Paradise Lost is shelved? He said, definitely not. I go on Threads for the first time in weeks and just one insanely wrong thing after the other. What is going on?
Yeah, but he's not saying that it's actually in active development.
I definitely not suggest that it is. More than it suggests that it's not.
I don't know.
You know?
I don't know.
Is it true we're not getting Brave and the Bold until Matt Reeves finishes his trilogy? No. So then there you go.
No, the answer is you're never getting Brave and the Bold. Technically true. Yeah, I don't know, man. We'll see. I just don't have a lot of trust at this point. Not the quality. The quality. I have trust.
I have more trust in his answers than I do in random scoopers putting stuff out there. I just don't,
Yeah, I know.
Like I don't trust these people. They make up stuff. We know they make up stuff. Yeah. So I don't trust them.
Yeah.
Like there are some that are more trustworthy, but I don't know who the Paradise Lost thing came from. So
I think it was Daniel RPK. I think.
I don't know.
He's hit or miss.
Him I know was the Batman thing, which even like when that broke, he then put out a thing being like, "What I said is being taken way out of context." Like that's not what I said at all. So then you run into that as well, where like there's like Daniel, I believe it's him, has like a Patreon, and then somebody who pays for his Patreon goes and takes like snippets and says, "Look, this is what he said," but it's taken out of context and not putting the full thing in there.
Yeah,
and then it goes all wild, right? So
yeah,
you get a lot of stuff like that.
So some of the other stuff that I think is sort of worth mentioning, one of which is that Jeff Snyder says that Secret Wars is not being split into two. And
I mean, that's another one I just never believed for a second. Never for a second.
There's a really interesting... So Chris Hemsworth is never going to stop playing Thor.
Apparently not.
Because he says that he has been talking with Kevin Feige about where to take Thor's story after Doomsday.
Yeah, unless Thor dies in the movie.
And they're just doing a bit here. Yeah. That's actually very possible. That's not impossible.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I do feel like they might just keep Thor kicking as long as Chris Hemsworth wants to be Thor.
Yeah, maybe.
I feel like Thor is a character that can age nicely.
It's a little rough,
I mean, technically he shouldn't age, but look how old Odin was, right? I mean, Well,
no, he's supposed to age, but it's supposed to be like over millennia,
I know.
Right? So you run into that issue.
The first official synopsis for Brand New Day came out.
Yep.
Did you see this?
I did.
Why did you not put this in there?
Because it doesn't say anything.
4 years have gone by since we last caught up with our friendly neighborhood hero. Peter Parker is no more, but Spider-Man is at the top of his game, keeping New York City safe. Things are going well for our anonymous hero until an unusual trail of crimes pulls him into the web of mystery larger than he's ever faced before. In order to take on what's ahead, Spider-Man not only needs to be at the top of his physical and mental game, but he must also be prepared to face the repercussions of his past. I think this is interesting because they talk about Spider-Man's being on the top of his game twice in 3 sentences. And I feel like the copywriter should be fired. I'd fire this person.
I think also being like the biggest mystery he's ever had to deal with. Like the last movie was him teaming up with 2 alternate reality versions of himself, like 2 ones from different worlds.
That wasn't a mystery.
To solve the problem of saving all the villains.
A problem is not a mystery.
I mean, I guess. Yeah, all right, fine. It's
like,
still...
Like, you don't say Sherlock Holmes solves problems.
Well, he does.
No, he doesn't always. He solves mysteries, but that's not always the problem.
It's a real problem for the police that they can't figure it out, and they got to call him in.
A guy who solves problems, like the Punisher, sounds like a guy who solves problems. Like, I'll solve that problem for you. I think what's really interesting is that this confirms the thing we've been hearing rumors about. Peter Parker is no more, which is that Peter's just living as Spider-Man all day, pretty much. That way, he's just doing the bare minimum as Peter Parker to like keep a roof over his head or whatever.
Yeah,
and I think that's actually really interesting. Also, that it's 4 years after the last movie.
Yes.
So that he's gonna, it's like that's a lot of Spider-Man.
By the way, in 2028.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's probably when Doomsday takes place.
Sure.
I would guess. I really hate this whole thing with the Marvel. I wish
they screwed up the whole timeline.
I like that Wonder Man was like, "Fuck it."
Yeah.
Wonder Man's like, "Fuck it." Like it was 12 years ago, just like real life. Like fuck it. Like we're not going to put these extra years on. This shit.
They screwed up the whole timeline, and trying to keep it going is dumb.
Yeah, it's really fucking dumb.
Like the second somebody in the office was like, "What if Endgame opens with 5 years later?" Someone should be like, "No, it's a terrible idea." Like,
no, it's a great idea.
It's going to be nothing but headaches.
It's a great idea if the movie ends with them back 5 years previous.
Sure.
And only them knowing what happened. That nobody on Earth knows what happened. There was no snap, and so nobody knows. And so, like, this huge victory they had is, like, just their victory.
Yeah.
That's like a different... That's a better ending than what we got.
Then they have a train destroy their time machine. But another time machine that is a train shows up.
Secret War starts filming in June, by the way.
Okay.
So that's going to be interesting to sort of see what's going on there. They've been calling everybody back to Doomsday for reshoots, but it's also not...
article?
Every living actor called.
Yeah.
But it's also not clear how much of that is reshoots and how much of that is just people they couldn't get during the main production.
Yeah.
For schedules, so... And the X-Men movie is probably going to start filming right after that.
Okay.
And that's from a UK-based film staffing site, so it's not like nonsense. It's like if you're looking for a job, June, try to apply for that. So
yeah.
Yeah. And did we talk about the official reveal of Tarantula, Scorpion, and Boomerang? Was
it official?
Yeah, it is. It was a... It's a company that sells licensed merch, and it's the images that they have for the licensed merch.
Oh, okay.
So it is. And did you see it?
I did.
What'd you think?
They look fun.
Boomerang looks like Boomerang.
Boomerang looks like Boomerang. Yeah.
I mean, and Tarantula looks like Tarantula, frankly. Like they look like
Scorpion looks like Scorpion for the most part.
Yeah, more or less. He's got more of a mech suit thing going on. But whatever, I'm okay with that. But Tarantula was the one that I was Tarantula and Boomerang, because Boomerang definitely has a weird look that you kind of would expect not to be in the movie. Now, obviously, he's not going to have a main role. He's going to be...
I heard he's the main villain.
It's the Boomerang story.
Yeah. It's all, it's a metaphor, because Peter Parker has to go back to living a life as Peter Parker. And he threw out Peter Parker, and now it's coming back to him.
It's coming back around.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that could be the case. But I was really happy with what I saw. And these are, by the way, these are drawings too. They're not photos.
Yeah.
But they're obviously drawings taken from official photos.
Yeah, they're taken from reference photos.
Yeah. I think they look cool. And you know what? I'm going to tell you something. I'm pretty excited about it. And, you know, even if these guys are in it for like 2 minutes, who gives a shit? Like, I don't care.
Yeah, I mean, I don't need a Boomerang movie, you know.
Yeah.
Or a Scorpion movie.
But he's got the fucking boomerang on his face. I'm here. Like,
yes.
that's all I need. You know?
No Beetle, though. I'm a little bummed by that.
I think it's okay. I think those 3 guys are pretty good.
I just like Beetle's costume.
I do like Beetle's costume, but those 3 guys are pretty good, though, I think. Those are... And also, I think that, like... I bet Boomerang and Tarantula are, like, fucking morts, basically. I bet they really just get their asses kicked immediately, is my generalized guess. I mean, Tarantula does not usually give Spider-Man that hard of time anyway.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah, they're probably like a... Boomerang and Tarantula, I could see being like an opening montage kind of thing.
Yeah, I think that's what
Scorpion. I think a bit more, just because what's his name is the actor, and
yeah,
and
they're bringing him back from the first movie. I do think Scorpion's gonna have more of a role, especially if Tombstone is the villain. Scorpion. I bet that
Scorpion's more threatening than Boomerang or Tarantula.
Yeah, he's definitely more threatening. But I also suspect that we're going to see something very similar to the Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man cartoon play out.
Sure, maybe
in terms of Scorpion and Tombstone and stuff.
Well, like, the actor for Tombstone is far, far older than...
No, it's not going to be that, but I think that they're going to be like mob level guys together, I think, whether they're together or against each other. No, I agree.
Yeah.
So, I'm excited about it. I'm kind of really excited. We're going to be getting that trailer pretty soon. So I'm pretty fucking psyched for it.
The internet's very upset that it has not come out yet.
Whatever, these things come out on their own time frame that's best for advertising.
Yeah.
You know, not for the internet. Like,
well, the internet's very upset about it. And they're like, what are they doing? They want this movie to fail.
No.
Because nobody knows Spider-Man exists. You need to spend a lot of time marketing a Spider-Man movie.
All right, we got letters this week?
We do. Jim writes, hello, gentlemen. While we are discussing the Great V miniseries, I was wondering what your thoughts are on the Mark Singer related gem, Beastmasters 2 Through the Portal of Time. Please stop moving the thing around. It's very distracting.
Sorry, we're on the same document, and I'm highlighting things.
Highlighting stuff, and there's just all of a sudden like there's movement on the screen. It's very confusing to me for a moment. Paying tribute. Go on.
I'm like antsy. I'm just like, you know.
Paying tribute to the Masters of the Universe 1987 film, Singer is joined by Omniverse legend Sarah Douglas, Superman 2, Carrie Warrer, Swamp Thing, and James Avery, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, with special appearances by Wings Hauser, the biggest star you've never heard of, according to Wikipedia. This film holds a special place in the collective soul of Gen X. I would just love to know the first time each of you saw it, where you were, how it changed your life for the better. Thanks for keeping me company during the workday, and please give Gus my love.
I will let Gus know he's sleeping right now. That's why he's not screaming in the background. I saw Beastmaster 2 on VHS a million years ago. That was the one I saw more than Beastmaster, I feel like.
He's got the ferrets in 2, right? Or has he got them in both?
I mean, in 2 is the one that he comes to the modern world.
Okay, yeah.
So I don't remember which one. So the things, I haven't watched the Beastmaster movies in this century.
In a very long time.
Yeah, this whole century I haven't watched them. But I do know that I first watched it on VHS not long after it came out. My memory of Beastmaster 2 was that it was disappointing because it didn't have boobs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because there was like, so that came out in 91, and I would have been just graduating high school at that point, and the 80s world of sword and sorcery movies were boob heavy. And so I had gotten very used to seeing a lot of boobs in these movies, and it turns out that there were none. I think that did Beastmaster have boobs in it? I can't remember.
I'll be honest with you, there are 2 things I remember about Beastmaster. One of the movies, or maybe both the movies, he's got ferrets that hang out with him. And then I can't remember who it was, but a comedian with a joke that has always stayed with me, which is Beastmaster shows that even in other realities, you have to get the polio vaccine because you can clearly see Mark Singer's polio shot. And like, and that joke has always stayed with me. And been like, whenever somebody mentions Beastmaster, I think of that joke. I wish I could remember who the comedian was, so I could give them credit, but I cannot remember who the comedian was.
The thing is, Beastmaster 2 is weird. I don't know what the rating of this movie was. I'm trying to. Oh, this is PG, so maybe there weren't boobs. Beastmaster.
When did it come out?
1981.
There might have been boobs. I mean, Clash of the Titans is G, and that's got full frontal.
That's PG.
It's still got full frontal. It's PG.
Oh, 1982. Anyway, that's directed by Don Coscarelli. I think that's why Beastmaster 1's a better picture than Beastmaster 2. Also, Beastmaster 2 is really interesting because it came out almost 10 years after the first one. So that's very common now, but back then that was very unusual.
Yeah.
And Mark Singer had gotten significantly older because he was before V in Beastmaster and he's post V in Beastmaster 2. He's PV, yes. Well,
it's a little known fact that Beastmaster 2 actually started filming right after Beastmaster, and they were the original Boyhood. They filmed Mark Singer just aging for 10 years. Yeah. Then they had to cut it down. It was originally a 5-hour movie, and then they had to cut out all the aging stuff.
I will say that I feel like I remember not being any boobs, and I remember also feeling like it was a little too tongue-in-cheek.
Sure.
I think Beastmaster 2 is sort of the beginning of an era of a lot of tongue-in-cheek stuff. And I kind of don't love that.
Coming to the modern world, in my mind, I always connect that to Star Trek 4. That they did that in Star Trek 4, and that's just kind of became a fun fantasy thing to do for stuff.
I mean, look, they did that in the motion picture Hercules in New York in the 1970s.
They did it in Hercules in New York as well. Yes.
Yeah. I mean, it is not a brand new. Star Trek didn't invent that.
But Star Trek was like, that movie made a lot of money. And I think that for smaller, film studios that like worked in the fantasy sci-fi stuff, they were like, oh, we can just set it in LA. And then we don't have to build sets. We don't have to deal with any of that shit.
Well, I mean, as our letter writer, what was our letter writer's name?
Jim.
As Jim mentions, it does have big Masters of the Universe vibes, right? Because that's Masters of the Universe. They all come here and they shoot on the back lot of a suburban town, like very much cheaper. And so it's the same. I mean, I'm sure it is cheaper than to go to like probably Spain to shoot like the desert world of Beastmaster or whatever. Yeah. But it felt like a lot of really, it's like a lot of fish out of water stuff that I kind of didn't love. I will say that Wings Hauser's plan is to get a nuclear bomb and bring it back to the Beastmaster world.
That's fun.
I mean, which is actually a pretty good plan.
Yeah.
Although I don't really know what you're going to do with it exactly. Yeah. Anyway, also the thing that's really famous about this movie is that it has one of the really good movie marquees. The name of the movie itself is on a movie marquee in this movie. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So I watched a video about great movie marquees once upon a time, but I also watched a video about all the See You Next Tuesday movie marquees.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
All the movies it's shown up in?
Well, Landis did them, and some other people picked up See You Next Tuesday, which for the folks at home, it's C-U-N-T. So,
yeah.
All right, what's our next letter?
Jenna says, hi, guys. Jenna Tulls again. I'm enjoying watching V and loved your opening episode. In that spirit, I wanted to send you a V-Etter, as you requested. What's your favorite Pearl Jam song? Eddie is such a great singer.
You go first.
Soon Forget.
Well, you got like a mine.
Soon Forget or Given to Fly. Given to Fly, I also love Given to Fly.
You're like a Pearl Jam guy.
I am Pearl Jam guy up to like their fifth album, I want to say. I can't remember, like, I forgot which album, whatever album Soon Forget is on, I think is like the last one I liked. Or the last one I actually like even listened to. Like I don't know how, like, I have no idea how many albums they have out these days. I have no clue.
They've turned into the Grateful Dead.
Yeah, they do. They tour a lot, and they put out all their tour shows like on CD
Live,
and
yeah,
stuff. Yeah,
yeah, and people travel with them,
yeah.
and that is something I never would have guessed. I never would have seen that coming back in 1991, 1992. Just never would have guessed that they would turn into that. Like that would just never have made sense. And it makes it funny the negative feelings that Kurt Cobain had about Pearl Jam. He really hated them, and he thought that they were Seattle wannabes, and that they were pop music, but like they're not commercial. Like they had a big commercial bunch of hits, but they kind of turned their back on it really fast.
Real fast. I mean, they started suing Ticketmaster. Like,
Yeah.
they went the full nine. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like, so, Kurt kept it real by blowing his brains out, but Eddie kept it real by like making music just for his people.
Yeah.
I really like Eddie's ukulele album.
It's a great album. Yeah.
I really like that a lot. My favorite Pearl Jam songs are probably much more obvious than yours. It's going to either be Corduroy. Given to Fly is really good. State of Love and Trust I like a lot. I really like State of Love and Trust a lot. But like I got to give it to Alive is the thing.
I mean, 10 is an amazing album, first
That's the thing is like when you answer a question
Yeah.
like this, it's like when, when a band has a couple of albums or a couple of songs that are like all timers, like separate
Yeah.
from the band, not even like, is this the band's best song? This is like, oh, is this one of the best songs of the decade? Yeah.
Yeah.
And so that's the thing. So Alive, I think, is one of the best songs of the decade.
Yeah.
And it's just a terrific song, and it's so much fun to sing along to. And so it's going
They
to be
also have
one
good
of those three.
like weird songs early on too. Like
Yeah.
Foxy Mop Handle Mama is a real weird one. Bugs. I love that one.
I mean, and the thing is, you got to give them credit for that. Their name of the band is Come.
Yeah.
I mean, like, it's Jism. Jism the band. So,
Yeah.
Eddie Vedder does have an incredible voice. And however, I'm going to say something now, and I don't want to upset Jenna. Eddie Vedder did ruin music with that voice. Because all the shit bands that came after, every guy's trying to do the Eddie Vedder voice.
I don't think
for
that's
a decade.
fair to blame him for that, though.
But if you went back in time and killed Eddie Vedder as a child, will we ever have Nickelback?
But I guess maybe Kurt took care of this for us, but like, is Silverchair Kurt Cobain's fault?
Well, yeah, he killed himself. Yeah, so yes, he recognized that it was his fault.
Is Creed his fault?
I think Creed is more Pearl Jam, though.
But the singer wanted to be Kurt.
I think he
was
wanted
trying
to
real
be.
hard to look like Kurt Cobain,
I think he wanted to be Gavin from Bush.
which Gavin from Bush wanted to be Kurt.
Yeah. Gavin from Bush, very good looking man.
I remember when Bush first hit, and it was some magazine was like, are they the new Nirvana? I was like, no, they are not.
No. Although I'll tell you something, when Machine Head comes on Sirius XM, I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
Glycerin a little bit less, but I always sing it to the. I always sing Listerine.
Yeah. Everybody does.
All right,
It's the Tony Danza of our time, if you will. Yeah.
What's our last letter?
Our last letter is from Shane. It says, at risk of sounding obvious, how much did V influence V for Vendetta? The painfully obvious similarities are the big red spray painted V, the resisting the fascist regime, but is there more than that? This is coming from someone who is watching V for the first time and has seen the V for Vendetta movie, but never read the graphic novel. P.S. As Derek said before, I'm really enjoying watching V and want to compliment you guys on the great choice for an interstitial show.
Yeah, thank you, Shane. I appreciate that.
Yes, thank you. V for Vendetta actually started before V the miniseries came out. V for Vendetta, the first couple of issues at least, came out in 1982. So more than likely just a happenstance. And I think both are taken from V for Victory.
Yep, that's exactly what it is. So they're both taking from V for Victory, and including. So here's the deal: V for Victory, very interesting story here. There was a Belgian guy who escaped Belgium when the Nazis took it, and he went to work for the BBC. And back then, the BBC had a bunch of different departments for different countries, and they were like doing like morale boosting radio for like Belgium and shit like that. And he was running that, and him and some buddies were like kind of like brainstorming what a good slogan would be, and he came up with V for Victory. And because V is really good, because it's victory in English, in French it's victoire, Flemish it's vrijheid, which means freedom. It means there's also V words that in other languages. I don't remember all the languages, but like one of the languages it's V for the word that means heroism. So like it's like a lot of in Finland it was for Vilvin,
Okay.
which is exactly what it sounds like.
Villain?
No, will win.
Oh.
Vilvin. So what happened though? So this is really fascinating. This is such a really interesting thing. He created this thing, and he on the radio told the Belgians, wherever you go, put a V on the walls with chalk. And the thing is that the V was good graffiti because it was just 2 lines, right? So
very quick, very easy. Yeah.
Less likely to get busted, right?
Yeah.
And so that took off like crazy. Like people fucking loved it, and it began to spread to the rest of Europe. And so all of a sudden, everywhere you went, there was V's on the wall. And then people started to figure out that you could do, V symbol.
Fingers, yeah.
They began doing the V as Morse code. Radio Moscow was blocking German radio signals with V and Morse code. They would override German radio signals with that.
Wow.
And Beethoven's Fifth, the opening of Beethoven's Fifth is V in Morse code. So they would open all their new shows with that. But it's not on purpose, but that's the way that it worked out. You know what I mean? Because it's the da 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 da, like that's V in Morse
just
code.
happens to be V in Morse code.
It's dot 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 dash. Yeah, yeah. So
do you think Morse? I forgot what his first name is. Samuel Morse.
Yeah, I maybe I don't know.
Like he started with V. He was like, "Okay, we're gonna make V that."
So
we'll work back from there.
So then what happened is that Churchill got a hold of it, and now it's like really identified with Winston Churchill, but he was late to it. And the funniest thing about Churchill is that he was like an upper class guy. So he would go out and he would do V like this. Yeah. And his people had to be like, "No, sir, that means fuck you."
That means up your ass, yeah.
So you got to go like that, sir. And he kind of kept doing this.
For anyone listening, not watching, this would be the back
palm
of your hand
inwards
towards the person. Palm inwards, yeah.
Yeah, and that's like fuck you. It's the middle finger. But he kept doing it because he didn't understand, because he was upper class. He didn't understand how the working class.
Millions of college students had a new poster.
Yeah, well, yes. And then it made it to America, and it got huge in America. And in traditional American fashion, it became a fucking merchandising thing.
Yes.
So, like, you could buy V things for your windows. They made banks in the shape of a V. Like, everything was V. Like, you could, like, they made V pins that you could wear. Like, it was really huge. And then this is where it gets, I think, really interesting. And now we're really off on a tangent here. I think it was Pittsburgh, I want to say. Maybe Philadelphia, but I think Pittsburgh. After Pearl Harbor, a black man wrote into the paper and said, I'm probably going to get drafted, and I'm being told this to fight for freedom, but I don't have freedom here. And so I'm for the war effort, but also I do feel like if we're going to free those people, we should free these people here. And that launched a thing called the Double V campaign. And it was for victory against our enemies abroad and victory against our enemies here at home. And it was
celebration.
Anything. So from there, it became like a whole thing for a civil rights movement. And there was a famous song called Yankee Doodle Tan, which was the Double Victory, Double V theme song. Yeah, it's like really cool. It's like really, really neat. But so the thing is that for a certain generation, V for Victory is so obvious.
Yeah.
So for the generations, both of Kenneth Johnson and Alan Moore, it's such a clear touchstone to World War II.
Yeah.
For us, we've kind of lost a lot of that history.
And I think that's part of why Kenneth Johnson has Abraham do it.
Yeah.
Come up with it. Is that he's directly connected to World War II in this.
Yeah.
He is the link, right?
Yeah. So I think, but that's the thing. So yeah, they're both pulling from the same source, which is World War II.
Yeah.
And there was a point in Europe where you would, in the war, where you go in Europe and there'd be V's everywhere. So like I've seen some pretty cool pictures of people being really daring and putting putting V's everywhere. So, yeah. But
There you go.
Yeah.
That's it for letters.
That's it for letters. All right. If people want to send letters, where can they send them to?
They can send them to ask.cinema.sanga@gmail.com. In the subject line, put what show you want it for, Across the Omniverse or Bad Batch. One question or comment per email, please.
All right. You ready to talk about the second chapter of V, the original miniseries?
Yep.
Let's do it. V, the original miniseries, episode 2. And we pick up much later than the last episode, I would say, right? What do you think?
At the end of this episode, they say, it's been a week. And I was very shocked by that. I was like, what? At what point did the week begin? Because I cannot believe...
No, the visitors have been there for longer than a week.
No, the visitors have definitely been there for longer than a week, but is it like this episode is a week?
I think this episode is a week. Yeah, I think this episode is a week. Because that actually makes sense.
Even that feels real quick to me.
I mean, Mike Donovan spends most of the week on a visitor ship, so he definitely does that. No, I think that makes sense that this episode's a week.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, like, the last hour of this is all one day.
It's all one, yeah, it's like 3 hours, the last hour of this, yeah.
Yeah. So I think that's reasonable, I think.
Yeah.
So Donovan comes to the town where his ex-wife lives.
Mike Donovan, perhaps the most wanted man on the planet at this point.
Is in a Jeep with no
lime green convertible.
Convertible, yeah.
This guy is not good at hiding.
No, he is not good. And we see that the town is like wrecked because there's like a blown out visitor ship and there's a bunch of cars that are turned over. Do you know what's funny? This is one of those things that has become really timely because in Minneapolis, what'll happen is you'll find cars in the middle of the road because ICE took people out of the cars and just left it.
Yeah.
And people have found cars in the middle of the road with children in them.
Yeah.
And so, like, when you
see the story about the pets, one building, where there's like one building where ICE came through and like took almost everybody out of the building, and one of the people that lived there knew that a bunch of the people that were taken had pets, so he broke into their apartments to get their pets to make sure that the pets were like fed and taken care of.
So, I mean, a thing that this episode in particular, I think, really brings out is that resistance is about the actions of little people.
Yes.
And that's a good example. Do you know what I mean? Just a person doing the right thing. And that's what this episode really is about. This episode, so last episode I thought was really great in terms of like watching it now and being like, oh yes, this is exactly how it's happening. But this episode, watching it, it was like, oh yes, this is how we have to deal with it. And I really like that.
We've seen that in Minnesota.
This is how 100%. This is how you deal with it. Yeah. And it's just like this. I mean, like, it's not,
fewer Molotov cocktails in Minnesota.
Thus far. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
But so all of a sudden, Josh, the little kid, his son's friend, comes running out from between some cars, and Mike almost kills him with his laser gun. And Josh gives him a flashback, which is that, so the people in the town got mad, and then a bunch of ranch hands were the first ones to strike a blow against the visitors. They threw a Molotov cocktail into the visitor shuttle, and that killed the supervisor.
Where do you think this is? I mean, it's the greater Los Angeles area, but like, what area of Los Angeles do you think this town is? I'm just trying to figure this out.
Well, the 80s is really
you go
different.
to those like Western stores, so
yeah, the 80s it was really different. So this could be somewhere in the Western Valley, towards Calabasas or something like that. That makes sense. The thing is that like when you look at, say, Poltergeist or E.T., those neighborhoods, which I think this is similar to in a lot of ways, but those neighborhoods don't look like that anymore. Those towns don't look like that. You can't tell where one town begins and one town ends now. No. And back then you kind of could a little bit, like it was not as sprawling. So I'm going to guess this is somewhere in the Deep Valley on the west side, which is like an hour from where I live. So it's not close. You know what I mean? So that's my guess. I was thinking that same thing. And I was wondering, like, are they east in the Inland Empire or are they east by Pasadena? And I don't know if that makes sense. I do think it's probably the Valley.
Yeah.
It's hard to say. So things get out of hand pretty soon. There's a riot going on, and Josh and Donovan's son and wife run away. They hide in the house, but then the visitors bust in, the shock troopers, and it turns out the shock troopers don't bother putting in contact lenses.
At least that one guy didn't. Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense. Why bother, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So Josh goes and hides in a closet, and Sean and the wife get taken. And I really think this is a really good scene. And I think like the way it's written and the way it's played, I think is really interesting because there's a lot of different ways. One of the things about Mike Donovan is he's a dick. Like later on when Juliet's asking him how he got the V uniform, and he's like, they had a sale downtown. You're like, just tell her, man. Like, just fucking tell her.
Yeah, I mean, Mike Donovan and his buddy Tony, any opportunity to snark, they're going to take it. Like, these guys, in a different world, they're hanging out with the MST3K gang. Like,
that's so funny.
Like, anytime they can. And Julie gives it right back to him, which is good for her.
Yeah,
but, like, yeah, he is just, no matter what, like, anything you ask him, he's going to give snark to, except for when Josh says, well, I see my parents again. And he heartbreakingly, knowing that he's lying to him, says, you bet.
But I think also
it's such a good delivery of
it's a good delivery. I think all his delivery here is really good because he's like, this kid is telling him about how his ex-wife and child have been taken by the fucking lizard people, and he can't freak the kid out. He can't respond the way that he wants to. He's in the busted up house and he can't respond the way that he wants to. And he's also very aware this kid is drowning in guilt.
Yeah. And so, also this kid has been alone for 3
days. He's been alone in this town for 3 days. Yeah.
So as far as this kid knew, everyone in the world was gone.
But he probably just at the arcade the whole time.
I mean, I guess he could have been pulling a Kevin McAllister, but I don't think he was. You know,
he could have gone to the mall. He'd come back to the house and it's just full of shit he stole from the mall.
He's there playing Atari. He's like, hey, what's up?
He's got 5 Ataris. He has the fucking USS Flag from G.I. Joe right in the middle of the room. Yeah,
he's building that. Yeah.
Yeah, he's got everything. But no, he's like, Mike is being really kind to this kid. But also at the same time, Mike is finding out that his family is maybe dead. Like, it's like very interesting. And I think he does a really, really great job here. I want to give Mark Singer his props for this scene.
I think everyone in the show does a really good job. There is not... I don't think there's a bad actor in this show. And even this kid, Josh, I looked him up. I was like, this kid's really good. What's he up to? Never did anything else. He did like 3 things and that was it.
Yeah, no, he's good.
I wonder what happened to him. He's really good.
So we then cut to the Bernsteins, and Daniel is serving his family champagne for breakfast. How classy is this?
Champagne.
And his family hates him so fucking much.
Yeah.
And so he's like, somebody's like, what's the occasion? What are we celebrating? And he's like, well, I'm engaged to be married. And mom's like, what? Who the fuck is going to marry? Her response really is, who the fuck is going to marry you? That straight up is her response, right? That really is it. Yeah. And what, you? And he's like, I'm marrying Robin. And so the mom's like, what did Robin think about this? He's like, well, she doesn't know yet.
Mrs. Bernstein here. Not very good at lying because he says Robin and she's like, but Robin is so far away. How could that be? And it's like the actress is doing it on purpose, clearly. But like it's just a funny moment of like they decided like she's not good at lying. She cannot pull this off. Yeah, and all of this is not working out well for her.
I mean, I think that's what's really interesting about this storyline is that, like, I think one of the things that a couple of the storylines is people put into situations where they discover that they have skills they didn't know they had, but also where they discover they are not up to the moment. And I think one of the things I was thinking about watching this episode in particular was one of the great things about this kind of a story with a bunch of different characters whose stories we're all following is it gives the show a chance to give us a lot of different responses. Because you can't be like, oh, this person just happens to be able to lead everybody, because there's somebody else who's going to fucking fold under pressure and tell where the secret camp is. Yeah. And like, so you're not like trapped with just one version of it. You get to see all the different ways that people respond in these situations. And I think that's pretty great, frankly.
I agree.
So Daniel's like, she doesn't know yet, but I get to have her if I want her, right? I wanted the champagne and I got it, so I'll just get her. Or else I'm going to turn her whole damn family in because I know she's living in the fucking pool house. And
that's when Abraham's had enough.
Abraham just throws the champagne in his face. Fucking rules. Abraham rules so hard.
Abraham's the best, man.
Yeah, Abraham rules. But Daniel, being the incel piece of shit that he is, runs off to the pool house and he starts pulling Robin out. And the parents come out and they're like, stop. And then Daniel's dad throws him in the pool.
I have a problem with this.
What?
I don't understand why Polly doesn't just beat Daniel to death in the scene.
I know. I was wondering. I was like, Derek probably hates this episode because Polly's barely in it and she doesn't kill anybody.
She does not. She is so ready in the first episode to fuck shit up. And then this one, clearly they put her in the mountain area because like we got to keep her away from everything because she will just go on a murder spree if she sees one of these V. Yeah. So we got to make sure that doesn't happen. Yeah. But here she should have kicked the shit out of Daniel, I think.
Yeah. But Daniel falls into the pool and he immediately pulls his gun out and he's going to shoot his dad, but he thinks about it. Do you know what I really like in this scene? The pool's dirty.
Yes.
I like that. It's like a little touch, that I like. Yeah. It's like they don't have the pool guy coming and, Also, I think that Daniel falling into a dirty pool, it's not funny.
No.
Like, falling into a pool is funny, right? But when you fall into the dirty pool, that reflects him. He comes out of that water as dirty as he went into it. And so I think that was really, really cool. So he goes, he's about to shoot his dad, but he doesn't because mom yells. And then he stalks off. And they're like, oh, shit's bad. Like, this kid is bad news. So they got to get the Maxwells out of there. And then the mom is like, I think I know who can do it. And it's Sancho, the gardener.
Cisco.
Oh boy, that was the casual racism in this particular episode is
made me laugh so hard.
Crazy.
Good job, Cisco, Sancho, and then his face is like, ooh, shit.
Yeah, it's like, but like, why?
Donovan knows he messed up when he called him Cisco.
I know, but why write the casual racism into that though? That's the part I don't get. I didn't
take it as casual racism so much as he met this guy 3 minutes ago and he still hasn't memorized his name.
So here's why I'm going to say this is casual racism, and it
is, but
it's because Sancho does not register as a human being the same way. He knows Robin's name. You know what I mean?
Does he?
Like, I'm pretty sure.
I don't even think he ever says her name.
Does he not say her name?
I don't think so.
I mean,
I'm not even sure why he takes Robin.
We have no idea. We don't know how it happens. She's just there.
She's just there.
Well, anyway, Sancho has some experience with smuggling people over borders, so he has created in the back of his truck a false bottom that they can hide underneath a bunch of plants and equipment and stuff. Problem is that the Maxwell family, they've got 3 daughters, and 2 of them are awful.
Yeah, oddly enough, the middle child's pretty awesome.
So the little baby can't stop crying. I love though that Sancho has he has Hershey's Kisses to give her.
Yes,
and they're like, "Oh, you came prepared." See, I've done this before.
I've done this. Yeah,
yeah. I really love that. And we talked about this.
Do you think I just happen to have a truck set up this way by chance? Like,
well, I think he might have set it up that way. I'm not really sure.
I think he had the equipment to set it up real quick.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh yeah. We talked about this last episode, but this episode really brings it home for Sancho, which is that in this show, it's the people who are the marginalized and oppressed people who are most aware of what's going on, and are most prepared to deal with it because they have been there, And I thought that was pretty great. So
one thing he's not prepared for is Mike Donovan's annoying mom.
Yeah, so he pulls up to a stop sign. Yeah, and she hears a girl crying in the back of that truck, and she's like, "What is going on here?"
Sancho should have had the radio on.
Did I miss the funeral already?
No, I don't think that happened yet, did it? I think it happens like after he drives off.
Is that when
because they're
it
cutting
happens?
back and forth and stuff between things.
There's a lot of cutting back and forth in this episode that
Yeah.
I think even more than we previously had. There is a funeral though. I don't know when it happens, but it's Ben's funeral, and Willie comes to it, and Ben's dad, Caleb, is like, "Get the fuck out of here!" And it's a pretty, although what's really funny is that Elias comes in to hold his dad back, and the dad is so much not trying to get at Willie,
Yeah.
like it's one of these like, "Hold me back" as he's walking backwards, like he's just not trying. Like it's very funny.
Here's my question for you.
Yeah.
Do you think they blocked off the streets when they were filming?
Yeah.
Or were they kind of open?
No, they blocked him off.
All right. Because there is, in this
A woman
scene,
running, yeah.
the woman running, and she looks like that guy just pushed that other dude down on the ground, and she's running over and then realizes there's a camera and stops. That's the feeling I got from it.
Maybe. I mean, like they sometimes on a live set like that, they might. No, they're not going to let you go through because the thing is that they're going to look in the camera and shit, and it's going to.
But she starts off across the street. She's coming out of the store.
No, I know, but they would have.
Right?
The thing is that everything that is within the view of the camera, they have locked down.
Yeah.
So if the camera can see down 2 blocks, that means there's a guy 2 blocks down, not letting anybody walk down that sidewalk until the shot is filmed. And then you can walk down the sidewalk and then they'll close it off again. So that happens here all the time by my house. Like
Sure. Yeah.
they'll stop me. And
But sometimes they'll also do a thing where like you walk by and then somebody grabs you and is like, "Hey, we need you to sign this because you just walked through an active set." And we have to.
That doesn't usually happen. That sounds like they have bad PAs, frankly.
That's more for like if you're filming at like an active like beach or something.
But the thing is, you don't have to sign because they just put up the sign that says, "By being in this area, you consent to being on film." I see those signs everywhere in LA. Those are always up. You're consenting to be on film. So the thing is that she's a background actor who sees her opportunity to like go.
Well, she's not as good as the guy in the first episode. Who knows exactly where to stand between the brothers while smoking a cigarette. That dude stole the scene.
No, so she's trying to get her moment. She's 100% trying to get her moment. I don't even know why she's running across the street, you know? But this made me wonder, like, I guess the visitors just don't have other outfits.
Yeah, I guess not. I guess they just have their military suits.
Yeah.
You know? And they don't have, like, a funeral suit?
Yeah.
Like a black one or something?
Yeah.
Today he probably would have shown up. Like, if you were making this today, you would make a black version of the suit or something.
I mean, it does make sense because when you're in the military, when you go to an event like that, you might show up in your dress.
In your
clothes.
dress uniform, yeah. But she's not even in dress clothes, right? Like,
I mean, it sort of is.
Because Diana's got a couple of different outfits that she wears.
Well, she has like a lounging outfit. We see a lounging outfit this episode. Caleb tells him to go fuck off, and poor Willie, you know, he's a good guy, but you get it. And Caleb's like, "You people killed my son." So back at the Bernsteins, visitor shuttle lands, and the troops show up. Brian is there, and Daniel's like, "Hey, Brian, my family's going to be okay, right? I don't want they have amnesty, right?" And Brian's like, "Yeah, for sure." And and he's like, who's hiding anyway? And Daniel's like, just a bunch of scientists. So, but at the roadblock, Sancho gets to the roadblock, and
but they then go into the back house. And
there's nothing. There's Abraham sitting and listening to music with his yarmulke on and his shawl on. Yeah. He's basically preparing to die. Yeah. And my guess is they just shoot him right there. Is my guess.
I don't think they just shoot him right there.
Why not?
I guess maybe they do. We never go back there again.
We never go back there again.
We never see the scorch marks or anything. Yeah.
Yeah, we never go back there.
And definitely,
again.
like I thought they were going to because the guys point the guns at him.
Right.
Yeah.
I think we're supposed to read that he's going to get shot now. Like that's it. Like
we're definitely supposed to be like, you will never see Abraham again. Abraham is gone. Yeah.
But he gets like a really good. It's like a very quietly defiant moment. They come in and he goes shalom, and it's like a good quietly defiant. Like, I know what you're here for. I know what's happening. I'm not going to fucking cry. I'm not going to beg, but I'm also not going to fight. Like, I'm not going to like get aggressive here. Like, I'm just going to accept it. And it's going to make you seem even more evil. Like, I'm just an old man sitting here and you're going to shoot me.
It is. Yeah.
So Sancho gets to the roadblock and the cops are there. And because Mike's mom has called in to Steven and was like, hey, so if I happen to know that somebody was smuggling scientists out, what would I do with that information? And so they're being very much on guard at the roadblock. So they come, and I don't understand. So Sancho does a great thing where he bites into the onion, so that when the cop comes, he's like, "Hello, officer."
Yes,
that's great because that means the guy doesn't want to talk to you that much. But I don't understand why he gives them a name of a place that they have no idea what the fuck he's talking about.
I don't know.
It seems weird. He's like, "I'm going to El Tepeyac," and they're like, "What the fuck is that?" And it's just like, I don't understand. I feel like you would like say like something that maybe these guys would recognize.
I mean, does that? I didn't even look it up. Does that mean something?
No, it's a Mexican restaurant. He says it says the best Mexican restaurant. You got to try it. Is what he says.
But like does Tepeyac? I don't know what that means. Like maybe that means something.
Oh, I have no idea. But still, like, don't play fucking word games in this situation.
Sure.
Like, just say like I'm going to Arcadia.
Well, I think the restaurant idea is to be very specific, so it makes it seem like he's not lying. He's talking about going to a very specific place.
I guess. I mean, it's just really weird that these guys. I mean, I guess also here's the other thing though. I think that in the 80s, I bet a lot of these guys don't know shit about Mexican food. Yeah. So El Tepeyac Cafe is a Mexican restaurant in Boyle Heights. He's not headed to Boyle Heights. Let me just tell you that.
Did you happen to catch the name of the officer that is talking to Sancho?
No, what is it?
Bob Briggs.
What am I supposed to get from that?
It's Joe Bob Briggs.
Oh, that probably is on purpose.
It's a reference to Joe Bob Briggs. At least that's what I believe it is.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. And also the guy checking the back of the car, of the truck, has a real big cold sore.
That I didn't notice. That is,
oh, my man.
When you're shooting,
checked out.
When you're shooting for TV in the 80s and it's like 180p back then, like you're just not worried about it. But now you're like, oh, that's bad.
That is a big cold sore he's got.
Yeah, it's really not great. So the cop goes to the back. So the one cop is talking to Sancho up front. The second cop goes around the back. And Sancho's like kind of like looking in the side view mirror, like concerned. And the cop in the back hears the kid crying. And the other cop's like, what's going on back there? And the second cop is like, nothing going on back here.
And to be clear, the second cop is the cop from the first episode who they shot the guy in front of and he was uncomfortable with it.
Yeah.
And he'll show up again in this episode because this cop is just everywhere.
Wait, where does he show up again?
He shows up when the old lady firebombs the ship. He's standing there and he's like,
he's the one that laughs
and sees her.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I didn't realize it was the same guy.
I noticed the cold sore.
Probably should have been paying better attention to his mouth. But it's a nice moment. Like, even though ACAB 100%, like the reality is that within any organization, like the police department, there's
a few good apples.
Yeah, there'll be people who don't want to. Yeah, a few good apples. Yeah, don't judge the whole police department by the few good apples.
Yes, exactly.
Elias has gotten everybody a base. He's got a cool sewer base, a very cool sewer base. Like as a kid, I was like, yes, I want to go live in there.
That place looks awesome.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
And Juliet is like, she's got her cane now because she's a little bit disabled after getting shot. By the way, this show is woke as shit.
I guess.
Because she's got the cane. They make their leader get a cane. But in the resistance base, there's a guy in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
They have all different races.
Yeah.
Like, I think the only thing we're missing is a gay person, like, to do, like, the full woke.
Yeah, I guess so.
And I think it rules. Like, I think it rules.
And as we see later on, after Tony dies, rest in peace, Mike gets himself another minority sidekick with Sancho.
Mike's always got to have a minority sidekick. Problematic, Mike.
What if he's like, what's your name? Sancho. I'm just going to call you Tony. I call all my partners Tony. Sorry, it's how it works. Like, Tony's name isn't even Tony,
So Elias is like, we can hang out here. Homeless people sleep here sometimes. Juliet's like, you think they'll join? And he's like, I don't know, but this is Angel's territory, and I know those guys, so like maybe I can get them involved. And you realize now, because he's about to jump into sort of like his like over the top black accent. Yep. That he's code switched pretty significantly while talking.
Yes, he code switches with the line, "You're talking to the Henry Kissinger of East LA," which is a great line. Yeah, but that's when he switches.
So it's a pretty cool base, though, that they got down there. It's pretty nice. Daniel's at home. His dad is gone, and he calls his mom at work, but she's been gone for 4 hours, and he realizes they've taken his whole fucking family, even though Brian had promised him that they would get amnesty. And he's just standing in this empty house, and like there's like some really good editing here where he's on the phone, and it just like keeps jumping,
keeps cutting, jump cuts,
and then it has a cut back into the empty living room when he realizes there's nobody there.
Yeah.
So
when as he says like, I'm all alone, and it cuts back.
Yeah.
And it's just empty. It's very creepy.
So Sancho comes back to the city. He has brought those folks up to the he has brought them up to the mountain base. Although how Dad gets back to the city, I don't know.
He just shows up again.
Yeah. The problem is that as soon as Sancho pulls up, they pull the guns on him, and it turns out that he has been turned in. And Eleanor's done it. Eleanor snitched on Sancho, her gardener, and she's later on we see her with Steven. And he gets a big diamond for her.
Yep.
And she's so excited about it. And the other one thing I wish this show had done is, like, later on when Daniel gets his ring, I wish it had been shown that these belong to people they took.
Yes, that would have been...
Because that's the kind of shit the Nazis did. Like, they just redistributed.
And they're definitely... Like, that's the concept here, I think, but it's not made...
It's not made overtly clear, but I do wish that had been like really obvious, like really like punch you in the face obvious, because that is how it happened in World War II and in the Holocaust.
Yeah.
So Mike Donovan has got Josh the kid, and he's with Tony, and that's Tony's wife. Is that who that is?
I'm not sure who that lady is. She dies later, so I'm not sure.
Everybody dies, man.
I mean, like in the show. I don't mean like in life.
No, I know. A lot of people die in this particular episode.
So before we discuss what they're talking about in the van, I do appreciate that there is a 3-second shot of just Vitello's. Like, clearly Kenneth Johnson just likes that restaurant or something, because that is the longest
establishing shot
of a restaurant that they're not even in. Like, you could show the street. No, it's just their sign.
Yeah, they probably give him free food and shit. That's probably
like I have expected when the woman says to Josh, like, do you like Italian food? He goes, yeah. I expected her to be like, Vitello's makes the best Italian food. Their address is blah, 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 blah. Like, they just turned into a commercial for the place. On the corner of La Cienega.
So they're in the van, and Josh is going to stay with this lady now that his family has been taken by the lizards. And Tony's like, I heard that there's a rebel camp in the mountains. And Mike's like, just like El Salvador. And he's also heard there's a base in the city. So we got to find these guys. So Mike's like, I want to find these guys, but I also first I want to get up to the fucking mothership. I got to find out what happened to these people that they took, because they're just gone.
Which, again, a really great moment where he switches from talking to Tony all serious, and then to talk about the missing people, turns to Josh, is like, we've got some people to find, don't we? And I like that he's making Josh feel connected into it and safe and secure. Yeah, like, that's good character work. That's good writing.
Yeah,
it's good stuff, man. That's good stuff.
So we cut back to Daniel again. He's at home by himself drinking, and then Brian comes in the house, and Brian's like, hey, sorry, bro, we arrested your whole family. He's like, I tried, man.
Oops.
I did my best. And
Oopsie.
So Daniel's like, well, what about my grandfather? And Brian's like, well, he wasn't doing well, but he's with our doctors. They're very good doctors.
Have you been to the pool house? No? Don't go back there. Don't go there. Don't worry about it.
And
he's certainly not rotting back there.
you know what's funny though? Again, like the modern dayness of it, like when ICE has people in custody who we know are very sick, and they're like they're getting medical treatment, and then we find out they're not getting medical treatment, and that they're dying, and like it's exactly the same shit. Like it's like fucked up that we're living in the Holocaust, the early days of the Holocaust right now. Like it's pretty fucked up, and I'm glad that we watched this show because the second episode of the show did give me like a little bit of hope that like maybe it's tough, but like we don't have to lose. So Brian wants to cheer up Daniel, and he's like, "Hey, here's the deal, man. Like, you're my second in command now. So congrats. Like, you're actually somebody." And then he gives him this big diamond ring. Very
World
weird.
Series ring.
Is it a World Series ring?
I don't know. That's what it looks like to me. I have no idea.
It's a weird ass fucking ring. It's a weird ass gift.
It's a weird case as well.
Yeah, it's like it's a science fiction case. It's in a science fiction case.
Yeah. It like the case when he put it on the table, I was like, what is it, like some kind of Spencer's gift game? Like, what is this? And then he opens up, there's a little ring in there. He's like, oh.
So, it's a ring, but it's a weird gift to give to somebody, and like Daniel doesn't wear jewelry that I've noticed. It's like very strange. Maybe this is gay. I don't know. It's very odd. So anyway, that came directly from Diana. Diana has taken an interest in Daniel. She's like, "You're pretty cool, bro."
Well, that's what Brian said.
That's what Brian says. I know. Yeah. That's what Brian says. I don't believe Diana.
I don't think Diana has any clue that Daniel exists.
No. Mike Donovan and Tony, they go to, it's probably the same fucking.
Yeah, they're just using the same factory.
Right? The same factory again and again. But it's probably not supposed to be the same factory. It's probably supposed to be a different factory, my guess.
I'm not sure. I don't know. I can't say for sure.
They're routing prisoners through it. I feel like they wouldn't be doing that at the chemical plant.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So,
they do a very not on purpose funny bit here.
Yeah.
Where Mike and Tony are like hanging on to the side of a bridge, the outside edge of a bridge.
And Mike falls.
But first it looks like they're really high up, and then it cuts to a far shot for when he falls, and you're like, oh, he's like 5 feet above the water. It's really not that dangerous after all. Because the first shot, I'm like, that's really the actors. That seems really dangerous.
No, yeah.
And then it's like, oh no, he falls and like his feet touch the water, but he's still holding on to the bridge.
Yeah,
it's not that big.
It's not that bad. It's not that bad. Yeah. So they're trying to sneak into this place, and there's a visitor guard, and they're waiting for him. And so Mike's like, you got to do the old distract him routine. And so
hit him with the old racism.
Yeah, I mean, Tony just gets up and does a torrent of racism. He's like, I'm on my way to Korea, and my shrimp boat got a flat tire.
Yeah.
And the guy is so confused. Mike comes jumping up and I guess knocks him out with a kick and throws him over the side into the water. And so Tony's like, this time I'm not going to trip. Is his whole thing.
Wish he tripped.
He really. Well, I think it's really funny. So they sneak around and they see these people getting put onto the ship, and they're all got their hands on their heads. They're prisoners, and
they see Sancho. He's in there.
They see Sancho. They see all our characters basically. All of our characters are.
We see Sancho and we see Mrs. Bernstein. I don't think we see Mr. Bernstein. Right, but we see Mrs.
No, we do.
Did we see him in there too?
Yeah, he's on the ship. He gets tortured.
No, I know that he got taken.
No, we see him in this scene. Okay. I don't think we see Sean though, right? We don't see Mike's kid.
No. He's been gone for days at this point.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So they're like, fuck, they're taking people up in this thing. It's pretty bad. We got to figure out how to get in there. And they immediately get spotted. And so we have a running gun battle here.
Hold on. Before they get spotted, they both have like alien laser guns.
Yeah.
And Tony's like, I don't know how to work this. And Mike is like, all right, you do this, you hit this button, you do bop, 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 bop. That's how it works. And then they watch a little bit more, and then they get spotted, and they get shot at, and Tony goes to shoot. He's like, mine's not working. He's like, oh, you got to turn off the safety. It's like, how do you not tell him that before? Mike, come on.
It's kind of funny it has a safety. I wonder if that would just be like in every species when they invent guns.
You don't want a gun going off without planning, right? Like
the Klingons do not have safeties on their weapons. There's no way the Klingons have safeties on their weapons.
Yeah, probably not. Maybe.
Right?
I don't know.
Like, There's a couple of other species. I think there's just no way they have safeties. But so we have a running battle. There's a point here where Mike is like climb up to the catwalk, and I'm like, "What are you doing? Like, I don't understand
like
why you're going on a fucking ladder.
Make sure you're wide open while they're shooting at us."
Yeah, like I've played enough video games, bro. I do not like climbing up a ladder while people are shooting at me. I know it's bad news. Yeah. The good news is that almost nobody can hit. Like, everybody's a bad shot.
Yeah, they're all bad shots, which I appreciate that they're all bad shots.
Yeah, everybody's a bad shot all around. Mostly it's like suppressing fire that's happening.
Yeah.
And Tony gets up on the walkway, and a visitor jumps out at him, and he hits him in the face with his butt of his rifle, and it just opens up his whole face, and the visitor spits acid something in Tony's face.
Yeah.
And blinds him. And then Mike gets shot in the chest.
Yes.
And I think it's really funny because they're like, we have to get onto the ship. And then the visitor's like, sure, why not? Let's get you onto the ship.
We'll help you.
You could have just asked.
There was another issue of this being in high definition.
What's that?
One of the alien helmets, guys wearing an alien helmet, it broke at some point, and it's just been put back together with duct tape. And I was like, that is just a huge piece of duct tape holding that thing together. That amazed me. I was shocked.
That's pretty great. That's pretty great. We cut back to the sewer HQ, and we get Robin and Robert are down there. Robin is, I'm going to say, one of the worst characters in fiction.
Yeah. Yeah, like
she's believable. I don't mean worse as in like I don't believe this character, but like I have never been more aggravated with somebody watching something than her.
Yeah, she's like Daniel. I can understand more than her. Like Daniel is like he's looking for a place in the world. He's found a way to have power. He's an asshole. He's a horrible person.
Right.
But I can see where he's coming from. Her whole thing seems to just be like, I just want to go to the mall. I don't care how dangerous it is.
And I mean, that is her whole thing. And, there is a version of that where, like, we're kind of all living that, like, sort of. Like, we're just like, well, you know what? I'm going to keep doing my fucking podcast about V, despite what's going on in the world. But, like, it's so immediate for her that...
But, I mean, she's literally 2 seconds in the meeting Julie. She's being mean to Julie.
She's being awful to Julie.
Yeah.
And so this is good, though, because them showing up gives Julie the chance to give us the tour of the base. Yes. And which is very nice. And we realize they're setting up their science lab down there and stuff like that. And so we get to sort of see what's going on down there.
We also get to see that the show definitely understands that Robin is useless because she's walking around and this woman's walking with two like pallets or like things of like 12 cans each in them, and she's carrying them both. And Robin's like, let me help you. And she takes one. And then the woman's like, great, thanks. And just puts it right down right where they're standing. And then Robin puts hers down there too.
And like sort of adjusts them. Like she sort of like adjusts the cans.
You did nothing. You did not help at all. If anything, you slowed this woman down from just putting them down and moving on.
There's a moment later when Robin sneaks out of the base where I was like, is this misogyny? Like, is this character so awful that it's actually misogyny?
I don't think so, because she's the only female character. Like she is the opposite side of Daniel.
Yeah.
And there's a reason why they're both the same age and whatnot, is that they are so far removed from World War II.
Right.
That they have no connection to it, where their fathers have an understanding of it, even though they were children at most during World War II.
Right.
They have the connection through their parents, and then Abraham and his friend Mark, people who went through World War II, and we're seeing like the generations. Each generation loses the connection of the horribleness and doesn't understand that it can happen to them. Right, is the idea.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. So like the whole idea of never forget, like no, it wasn't that it was forgotten. It was just that nobody thought it could happen. It was like, there's just no way. This country never.
Yeah. And then you have Polly, who is always aware and ready to fight.
You think Polly is cheating on that? Was that mousetrap she's playing at the end?
I don't think Polly needs to cheat. I think she just.
I mean, she's playing against her little. She's playing against her little sister. I can't imagine. Yeah. Robin's really terrible. And there's a part like where Juliet's like, "Hey, be careful of the elevator." She goes, "Yeah, I see the hole." And it's like, shut the fuck up, kid. Like, you know what? You don't get to be a teenager. Like, the fucking lizard aliens are taking over the planet. You don't get to be a teenager anymore. I'm sorry to break the news to you.
A day ago, you were hiding in the back of a truck.
Yeah.
You know this is serious.
Yeah. Juliet is sort of like having a hard time because, like, when they come in, Robert's like, hey, I heard you're the leader. And she's like, am I? And so everybody's kind of defaulting to her. And she's trying to fix a leak, but she can't. And it's not working. And she's crying and she's overwhelmed. And then Ruby, Abraham's friend, comes up and is like, hey, listen, I get it. Like, it's tough. You don't know what you're doing. But the thing is, what you have to do is you have to fake it. You got to just pretend like you do know because they're all looking to you. And
well, this connects to what you said earlier about like people learning they have skills they didn't even know they have. And it's a great moment of her being like, I studied science. I'm not a plumber. Yeah. Why am I trying to fix this pipe?
Right.
And Ruby's like, yeah, that's not your job.
Right.
Your job is to find the person who can do that. Like, that's what you do.
That's what the leader does. Right. The leader doesn't do everything. The leader is the person who makes everybody go where they need to go and keeps them like up, And so that's why she's like, you have to pretend like you know what you're doing because they're all looking to you for that. I like it a lot. I like that scene a lot. I like that. Yeah. I think Juliet's little story, tiny little arc in this episode of like becoming, because by the end of the episode, she's the guy from the first episode.
Yeah, she's the resistance leader. Yeah,
yeah, and so I think it's really, really well done.
Did you watch this on disc, right?
No, I watched your copy.
Oh, did you? Okay, I watched it on disc. Because I guess you were watching it. So now I know who was watching it because I wasn't sure who was going to watch it. And I was like, somebody's watching it. And I was like, it's either you or like, I didn't even think you. I was like, maybe it's Shane. I don't know because Shane has access to my stuff too.
My
so
disc is like buried someplace. And I didn't feel like going to find my disc. So
I watched it on disc, and on the disc there is a behind the scenes.
Okay.
That is terrible.
It's
very bad. But because it's literally just like random footage for most of it. But they do have an interview with Faye Grant, and she said something I thought was very interesting about Julie and the character. She said, Juliet grew up as a conformist. She's a Republican. And this makes her look at the world differently. And I was like, that's still the same goddamn problem.
Yeah. I thought you were going to say that what's interesting thing Faye had to say about Julie was that her name is Juliet. I thought that would be the
But they call her Julie sometimes in the show.
So by the way, Faye Grant, we didn't talk about this last week. I want to do one correction from last week. So Dominique Dunn.
We kept calling her Lou Grant last week.
Dominique Dunn was not shot by her boyfriend. She was strangled outside her house by her boyfriend. This does change my perspective about David Packer not helping.
Yeah, he does not. Did he see it?
He escaped out the back.
Okay, so he ran. All right, wow.
So I thought if she was getting shot, like I kind of get there's not much you can do. Like this guy got a gun on her. I feel like I get it. But if she's being strangled, I do feel like that's the kind of thing. You can run out
there and do something.
Yeah, you could just try to interrupt it, like at least. Yeah. So David Packer not wild about this. Faye Grant, she's the person who turned her husband in for being a child molester.
What? I'm sorry. Hold on. Hello. What?
Yeah.
Who's her husband? What?
Her husband, Stephen Collins, and he, Matt Decker from Star Trek: The Motion Picture.
Okay. Oh, come on. I didn't realize there was that much of a V Star Trek connection.
Yeah.
Wow.
So she's married to him, and in couples counseling, he let drop that he had molested children.
Wow.
And so
I think
she recorded it. I think she knew he was going to admit it, and she recorded it. Okay. And so, like, he's in prison now, I believe.
I mean, good for you, Faye Grant.
I mean, yeah, but that's tough, having to turn in your fucking husband.
Yeah.
Because he oh, man. So,
wow.
Oh, no, he didn't go to prison.
And they're still together. No,
they're not. They got divorced. So I'm seeing here that they had previously, before this, they had investigated him for a sexual abuse thing, but they couldn't prove it. And then I guess that Collins admitted to inappropriate sexual contact with 3 female minors in 1973, 1982, and 1994. So I'm assuming that that's probably some kind of statute of limitations thing, if I had to guess.
I don't know.
And by minors, I do not mean that they worked inside of a mine. I mean they were under the age of 14. So
Yeah.
so I guess he's not in prison. Huh. Do you want another connection to something? His nephew is the lead singer of Eve 6, and Eve 6 named themselves after an X-Files episode.
Yes.
So we're getting all our sci-fi things here connected through this one molester.
Wow. The Faye Grant is the Tommy Westphal of science fiction, as it turns out.
Do you remember Tales of the Gold Monkey?
Yes.
That was his show, and that's where he met Faye Grant.
Really?
Tales of the Gold Monkey was an attempt to make an Indiana Jones TV show, basically.
Yes.
And it lasted, I think, half a season or something like that.
Created by Donald Bellisario, wasn't it?
Yes, I believe it was. Yeah. And I quite liked it. And I thought it was pretty fun, but it did not last. And he's got a cool plane in that. So
yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. Which Don Bellisario then went on to make a Quantum Leap.
Quantum Leap, yeah. And has not molested any children that we're aware of.
Yeah, and he created Magnum PI.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's impacted our lives very well.
He wanted to do a Magnum PI Quantum Leap crossover. He never did it.
But so Faye Grant, though, heroic. Like, she turned her husband in.
Good for her. That takes a lot of strength of will and courage, I think.
Yeah, that's a real Juliet move.
Yeah,
I would say. Mike wakes up on the visitor mothership, and he's being helped by a hot blonde alien. And Barbara. Martin comes in, and he's going to take Donovan to Diana. And he goes to see Diana, and Diana's like, boy, you're causing a lot of trouble. I kind of like the cheesy villain dialogue here, villain-hero dialogue.
Oh, yeah.
Where she's like, you're causing a lot of trouble. And he's like, not as much trouble as you've caused, lady. Yeah. Lady, that's a good one.
He calls her Dragon Lady later on.
Yeah, which is racist.
Yeah.
But I guess she's not Asian, so I guess it doesn't count. I don't know.
I'm not sure how that works.
So they're in there, and Daddy Bernstein gets brought into the room, and he gets put into the most elaborate torture chair. Like, it is like they want to make sure everybody at home knows this is a torture chair.
It reminded me of in Thor Ragnarok, the chair that they put Thor in, and it's got all the crazy stuff, and then it's just to cut his hair. It's like what I thought of instantly. You see like the blowtorch. Yeah. I was like, and it's great because you see the blowtorch, and then it cuts to Papa Bernstein and Mike Donovan look at each other, and they're like, "Uh-oh." Like, oh boy.
The torch is the crazy part. There's a fucking open flame in this chair.
It's great. It's great.
It's so funny. So they put him in this torture chamber, and Diana's like, all right, you're done, Mike Donovan. Take him to the final area.
To the end stage.
Yes. And great. Martin's like, well, I'm surprised you're not trying to convert him. And Martin just does a long fucking reverse psychology on Diana here.
Yeah.
And I like it because the thing is, like, he's really pushing it. And, like, he's aware that he's pushing it. Like, Martin knows that he's maybe going too far here.
Yeah.
And, but it does work. It does, because he's like, no, he's too strong-willed to do it.
To do
and
the conversion, yeah.
Martin's like, I thought you loved the challenge. He goes, yeah, I like better odds than this. And then finally, Martin's like, you're probably right. You probably wouldn't be able to convert this guy anyway. And that's the one that gets her. Yeah. And she's like, no, okay, fine, we'll convert him. And then Martin takes Mike back down the hallway and says, Mike, I'm here to rescue you.
And that's when Mike says, if that dragon lady can turn minds around, then why the hell does she need a blowtorch for? Which is a great line, too.
It's because she's fucking Mengele. That's why.
Well, I mean, that's what he says. He's like, because she likes to torture people. She's not looking to get information from that guy. Right. She's looking to torture him.
Yeah, she just loves doing it. Yeah.
That's messed up.
She's Ilsa, she-wolf of the SS.
Yeah.
So, what?
And then And then he does the meanest thing to Mike Donovan. He was like, hey, you want to see something? And he just brings him in. He's like, here's your dead friend, all messed up looking. Like, doesn't warn him at all.
Well, no, he's like, I want to see Tony. He's like, all right.
No, he says, do you want to see something?
Oh, okay.
And brings him in.
It's like Stand By Me. You want to see a dead body?
Yeah. Well, you know what it's like? I think I've discussed this before. In Crisis on Infinite Earth, Supergirl gets killed. She gets, her entire chest explodes.
Yeah.
And she's horribly dead. And in the comic where Superman brings her body to her parents, it's literally, he's got her wrapped up in like a cape.
I remember that.
And the shot is like him going into the house, and then we stay outside the house and like, hello, Superman, what's in there? Oh my God. So you can only imagine he just unrolled the cape and let her drop on the ground dead. It's amazing.
Yeah, so Donovan doesn't believe Martin at first, but he does after Martin shows him his buddy who's been tortured to death.
No, experimented on.
Is it experimented or tortured?
He says he was experimented on.
You can tell the difference in eras of television, because I will tell you that if this was on streaming today, we would see his
we would see
face.
the most horrific thing. Yeah.
Yeah. But we don't ever see anything.
If this was on ABC.
That's right. It's ABC, WBC.
Yeah. I mean, Bones was terrifying, that show.
So, basically Martin's like, some of us don't believe in this. Like, we're not all the same people. Like, we think that the leader's going a little fucking far. And, Martin's like, he won't give, Donovan all the info. But he gives him like a little bit. He's like, there's stuff going on, man. And there's more stuff.
Sancho too.
So Sancho's in that room with the dead body. They just have Sancho in the room with the dead body. I actually love that, frankly.
Yeah.
So I kind of actually
all messed up looking. He does not look good.
They beat the shit out of that guy.
Yeah.
So he brings Donovan back to his cell. This is a TV thing, but like Donovan and Mike have this whole conversation in the hallway.
Yeah.
And I'm like, have it in a fucking room, guys. Like, do not be standing in a hallway where anybody could walk past and hear you saying, some of us don't believe what the leader's doing. Like, just don't do it. Like, get in the fucking room.
Yeah.
But I get why. It's TV. It's like the dynamic moment, and the guys in the background make it feel tense, and
Yeah. It's more exciting than just in a small 4x4 room.
Yeah. So Robin is wandering around the HQ. She's so bored, and she eventually leaves, and she leaves the whole base and immediately gets caught by visitors. Like, as soon as she walks out of the base,
she is terrible at it.
She's the worst.
Fairness to her, though, I will say somebody should have been like, we should have like people watching outside, because the visitors are right there. They're literally right. Like, she turns the corner of the building and they're just there.
Right.
So, like, the resistance fighters should be like, hey, we got to have somebody, like, watch and guard in case they start coming. We can warn everybody here. Like, hey.
I got that bit when she comes out and there's the shuttle right there. I was thinking to myself, man, what I wouldn't have given to have been in L.A. when there's a fucking V shuttle parked on the street.
Oh, my God. Oh, that'd be so cool.
I did get to see and touch one of the V shuttles that they use for the FX stuff.
Yeah.
Bob Burns had it in his basement. And
one of the models?
Yeah, one of the models. And so, like, the one that they put the prisoners on, not the fighter ones, but the one that they put the prisoners on, he had one of those. Yeah. And I got to hold it. It was pretty wild to touch this thing that I had seen doing stuff in one of my favorite shows as a kid. It was pretty wild.
I remember long, long ago, somebody, like, I mean, we're talking 2006, 2007, somewhere around there. Somebody found the V shuttles on the Universal lot. And they were just sitting there, like, just covered in dust and dirt and stuff. And they're like, their V shuttles are right here. And, like, seeing the photos, it's like, oh, my God, that's awesome.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Donovan is in his room when Barbara shows up. And she's like, get naked, bro. And he's like, she's like, Martin can't make it, so you're going to have to take my costume. And she's like, it will never fit. I kind of love, this is such a funny bit because, like, it will never fit. There's no planet.
There's no way.
He maybe can't even get his feet through that. Like,
he not in a million years would that fit him. And she's like, nah, it'll stretch. Don't worry about it.
I mean,
it's alien wear.
That's the thing. My headcanon is it's some kind of alien tech that all those outfits are one size fit all.
Yeah.
And that they just fit to your body. But it's like so funny because like it's just like she hands it to him and they do a switcheroo underneath the screen where he all of a sudden has a big outfit that he's putting on.
Yeah.
And it's like clearly not her outfit.
No.
She gets down to her undies, and Mike Donovan's like, boing.
But hey.
Hey now. And so we talked about the last episode, that woman on her bed reading a book in her flesh.
Yeah.
And I think the answer is that since it's probably a fucking process to put all this flesh on. You probably just live in it, is my guess.
Apparently, because everyone's just walking around in it and stuff on the ship.
Yeah.
But like, you know, I don't know. I guess lizards don't sweat, right? So...
Listen, lizards can't go into negative 300 degrees, so that's actually the opposite. Heat is good for a lizard. Cold is bad for a lizard.
It is kind of annoying in this when they're like, the heat is very bad for them. Like, no.
Like when the asteroid hit, it blocked out the sun and made things colder. Yeah, it's bad for. I had an iguana that died because it was too cold. Like, no, it's not great. Like they do not want cold. It's really totally.
They go the opposite way. In the V worlds. In the dimension of V, lizards like it hot, or like it cold and not hot. Yeah.
So
somebody clearly, Ken Johnson was right. This is like they're cold blooded, so that means they like cold.
That's exactly what somebody was thinking. Yes, that's what somebody was thinking.
Again,
like well, then I meant somebody in the studio. Like, well, they're cold blooded, right?
And Ken Johnson's like, yeah, sure, whatever. We'll just go with it.
Yeah, I think so. So Barbara's like, there's a shuttle leaving. Get on it and just keep your glasses on and keep your mouth shut. Like, just don't talk because you're not going to be able to pass. And he's about to leave. She goes, you got to shoot me, man. Like, they're not going to believe that you beat me up if you don't shoot me. And he's like, are you going to survive? And she's like, I think so.
Maybe.
So he shoots her right in the gut. And then he checks for a pulse, which also is interesting. I'm like, do you think that the lizard people have the carotid artery or whatever that is?
I wanted so bad
jugular,
for him to check.
The jugular.
Dude, like for him to check it and be like, I don't know. I don't like.
I don't know what their deal is, man.
I have no idea. Like, what should the rate? Like, if there is a pulse there, what should the rate of it be?
Yeah, I have no clue.
Yeah.
It's so funny. I mean, it's early '80s on NBC. Yeah. Nobody's doing the hard sci-fi here.
They do that in Star Trek VI, by the way.
Yes,
Bones does that when the Klingon ambassador has been shot. He's like, I don't even know what I'm looking for.
Yeah,
which I love. I love that.
Well, it's also in Star Trek VI where they're like, not everybody keeps their genitals in the same place.
Yes.
Because they kick that guy in the knees and it's kicking him in his nuts. Although, who would evolve nuts on their knees?
Yeah, that's a weird...
That seems like really counterproductive. That seems very
counterproductive, yeah.
Like, we're not evolved very well, frankly. Like, we're not... Like, we all have bad backs because we should not be standing up straight the way that we are. Yeah. Like, our bodies are actually not built for that. We made ourselves do that. And we're going to grow into it over time. But, like, you know, also that keeps our genitals very bare. Like, when we're down on all fours, it's harder to get at them. So... I don't know. Also, human women... Our babies, their heads are too big.
Yeah.
And it's harder for a human to give birth. And human babies, other animals, they get born and they're ready to go.
Yeah, they're walking around.
Humans, though, we're useless for 2 years. Useless.
Some of us are useless for 48 years. That's a joke at my expense, to be very clear.
Mike Donovan gives her a little kiss on the head.
Yeah, gives her a little...
hey,
good job, kid.
So Mike Donovan goes and is like, okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to the shuttle bay and I'm going to spend my entire time being the most clearly suspicious guy who ever fucking lived. And I think that's so fucking funny because he's like, as like the war correspondent, you think he should be the guy who's like most able to be chill. But like he sees Robin getting taken off the ship and then he's like walking backwards and bumps into a security officer and then he gets on.
He's not good at incognito. Like he's really bad at it.
Yeah, no, he's good at showing up guns blazing. I really like this, though. He gets on. One of the things I like about this episode, in terms of how the action and the storytelling works, is that things keep going wrong for our characters.
Yes.
And it's like very consistently things go wrong. and nothing is easy. So he gets on the shuttle, and there happens to be the guy next to him that is just the guy that wants to talk. And it's like being on the subway, and there's some guy just wants to have a fucking conversation with you.
Yeah.
And Mike can't talk, so he has to be like, are you happy to go back down? He's like, hey, I've never seen you before. What unit are you with? And he's like,
Just flashing fingers.
So when they land, they get off, and the guy's like, all right, see you later. And then he's like, aren't you going to say goodbye? Aren't you going to say goodbye? I like this again, because like, this is a really good complication. Like this is,
this is a well thought out thing. Like, they have strange voices.
Yeah.
Mike does not have the same kind of voice.
Yeah, right.
He cannot talk. He'll be caught. It's a good bit. It's a good bit.
And so the guy opens fire on him, and Mike carjacks a truck, real GTA style. When he throws the guy out of the truck, they made sure to ADR the guy going, "Oh, ooh!" It was really funny.
Yeah.
And Mike escapes in this truck, blowing through all of the fences. And as he's leaving, Mike, being the kind of guy Mike is, he has to say goodbye as he goes. He got to do his quip.
Oh, it was killing him to not be able to be snarky to the guy on the ship. Like,
he wanted to quip.
Yeah,
the man needs to quit. So
rough.
We cut to downtown LA. The Angels are out there spraying V's on visitor posters. And then they see a visitor walking down an alleyway all by himself. And they go, oh, you never see one of these guys by themselves. And Juliet wants one of these guys. She wants to study them. So let's go get them. And I gotta say, man, like, they do such a cartoonish capture the guy thing.
It's awesome.
It's so cartoonish. It is like a Dead End Kids thing. Like, it is crazy.
How many takes to get the garbage can to land on the guy, on the stuntman correctly? How many times they just like bounce off his head? Like the perfect timing of it is so good. It's amazing.
Yeah, they drop a fucking garbage can on this guy's head and they take him down. It's so fucking funny. It is straight cartoon stuff. And they take him back to the base, and everybody's like, fuck yeah, beat this guy up. And Juliet, they take it off the can, and wouldn't you know it, it's Mike. It's Mike Donovan.
And Mike, again, with the great line, "You stupid bunch of bozos." I love it.
Why didn't Mike say something when he's in the fucking trash can? Like, hey, listen to my voice, guys.
Yeah, I don't know.
I do like that the show does try to make us not realize it's Mike.
Yes. Yeah, that we don't see him from the front, and we just see him walking around kind of staggering a little bit. We don't know who it is.
Yeah. So he gets out. He's bleeding from his scalp. And he's like, I'm not one of them. And Juliet's like, no, he definitely isn't one of them, but he might be a sympathizer. And he's like, I'm no fucking sympathizer. And
she's like, we've seen you with them.
I've seen you with them. Yeah. And he's like, yeah, but you saw me getting betrayed by them. So she has a good line where he's like, somebody give me a Band-Aid. And she's like going into the little hospital room they have, their little mobile army surgical hospital. And he won't follow. And she's like, do you want to come, or do you want to keep bleeding? And I like that. I like that line. I liked it very much.
Yeah. She's just as good at quips as he is. This whole scene.
Boy.
And here's the thing, like, because there is always the conversation of the Marvel quips, right? That everybody quips too much.
Right.
And it's annoying. This is an entire conversation of two people quipping.
Yes.
But here's the crazy thing about it. Their quips are consistently telling us about who they are. And it's very interesting to see them connecting through their quips and learning bits about each other through how they quip.
Well, they're also testing each other with the quips.
Yes.
So Mike's just being a dick, and he doesn't want to give any information to these people at all. And so she starts torturing him, like low-key torturing him.
Yep.
Like she's dealing with his head wound, but she's definitely like making it hurt a lot more than it needs to.
Yep.
And finally, she gets out of him, like, oh, she's like, why were you up on the fucking ship? Like what the hell's going on? And he says, oh, my kid, my wife, the whole town is up there. They got all taken. And there's a part earlier, too, by the way, where they're like, who's in charge here? And they point to Juliet. He goes, that kid?
That kid? Yeah. And he keeps calling her kid throughout the whole thing now.
So she's like, okay, just tell us what you know. And then we have like we have a briefing, and we have a very funny, they got an artist who does a perfect drawing of the visitors as lizards, and Mike's
Yeah,
like,
it should be
Well-
wow, you hit it perfectly. He's like, yeah, I actually designed it for the makeup team. I don't know if you know this.
well, what's great is that Mike goes, it's close enough. It's like, that's exactly it. This is definitely the design for the makeup. Like, that's 100% what's happening. And so they start like brainstorming like what's going on, and like he's filling them in on everything he knows about them, that they're lizards, and that you know, they all agree that there's like some other secret reason that they're here. So Juliet in this moment is sort of like not sure how to be a leader. But Ruby gives her the look, and so Juliet has to kind of break into leader mode because everybody's like looking to her for like, what are we gonna do?
Yeah, and it's funny because Julie stepping up to the plate and being a leader is great. It's awesome, but there's a constant thing of like Mike has been literally hanging out with revolutionaries for like the last couple of months or years or whatever, like as a reporter guy. And he has no interest in giving any advice or tips or anything.
Oh, I get it though. You know what? The thing is that Mike's forgive the use of this word. No, he's not passive. He's a lone wolf. He doesn't work well with others. No, but he's got like his buddy that he can work with, but he doesn't work with others. And so like as they're making all their resistance plans, he's like, I'm just going to go up on that spaceship again by myself.
Sure, he does do that, yeah.
That's his thing. I'm just going to do the same dumb fucking thing I did previously. I'm just going to really do the exact same thing. And she finally is like, we need like a 3-pronged plan. And so they come up with their plan. And one of the things is like, there's got to be other rebel cells. Like and Mike's like, yeah, every single city in the world has one of these groups meeting right now. And so they're going to figure it out. They think that maybe heat and light, because they know that the visitors don't like bright lights because they're always wearing sunglasses, that could be a weapon. And then they're going to decide they're going to attack an armory, and they're going to get weapons from the armory.
Yeah. And
while this is happening, Robert is like hanging out, and halfway through the meeting, he's like, wait, I have a daughter.
Hey, like, anyone see my kid?
He's like, oh, I realize I haven't been annoyed for a little while.
he's like, why don't I have a headache? Robin. Yeah.
So he goes out to find Robin and gets immediately caught.
Again, they're in the same fucking spot.
Yeah.
This ship is just sitting. There is a part of me that's like, they know that that's where the revolutionaries are, and they're like, every time one of them comes out, we'll just grab them.
And so there's a really funny thing because it's the same guy that got Robin, and when he looks at Robert's, because he's like, hey, you're out past curfew, and when he looks at Robert's ID, he's like, oh no, they're Maxwell. And I kind of think it's funny that this guy's like paying attention to this family. Like, I think it's funny. There's just no way this guy, like Maxwell is like an alien name to him, you know what I mean? Like, it'd be like another Zeebrock. Like, we would have no clue. And so they arrest Robert. But that thing about what the deal with the visitors is and our names and stuff comes up in this next scene, because Brian comes to see Diana, and Robin is in like a cell, and Diana's like, I want you to fuck her. And Brian's like, well, I mean, she's attractive, but I'm really attracted to you. And Diana's like, oh, that's exactly how you climb the ranks in this fucking ship.
Yeah.
But here's the deal though, are they not disgusted by their faces?
She asks Brian if he thinks she's attractive. Robin. She's like, do you think Robin's attractive? And he really should be like, no.
No, she's disgusting. Yeah.
No, they're
her
weird
skin is all soft and like gross. Yeah. She got a big fucking lump in the middle of her face. Yeah. Like, she should be disgusted by her.
Yeah. But no, he's like, yeah, I'll bone down on that. I forgot. It was another comedian whose name I can't remember, and I feel terrible, but a very good bit of like, one thing the science fiction has shown us is that every race across the galaxy wants to fuck humans.
We are the most fuckable.
We're the most fuckable.
The most fuckable species in the whole universe.
Yeah.
But this scene also raises the question of, do they put fake skin on Brian's lizard dick?
Yeah, obviously, because we saw Barbara in her underwear.
But we don't know
everything's
what
covered.
We don't know her vag is covered.
It's
like
gotta be.
She may have like lizard. Covered. She may have a cloaca down there. But then that means, do the lizards have penises? Because I don't know. That...
Here's what we know they have. Weird lizard tongues. How did she not figure that one out? But they also have normal human tongues, which means they have a fake tongue, and then their lizard tongue somewhere back there as well.
Yeah.
So I don't know how they're using the fake tongue. It's, you can't think about it too much.
Maybe they have the lizard tongue is always in their chest. Like that's where the lizard tongue lives all the time, and they have a regular tongue in their mouth. Maybe. But like as they evolve the regular tongue for speaking.
Yeah, and then another tongue, the lizard tongue for taste,
being scary,
feel, whatever. But like snakes, their tongue
they're tasting. It's tasting. Yeah. They're tasting the air. Yeah. So Diana's like, I want you to do a medical experiment. I want you to go fuck her. And Brian goes in to Robin's cell. She's like, oh, I'm so happy to see you. And she's like, crying. And she's crying. Well, she's fucking captured.
Yeah.
I mean, I might be crying. No, it's not sad at all. It's not. Wow. It's not. It's not sad. Like if anybody's ever done this shit to themselves, it's 100% Robin.
Sure, but it's still like I feel bad for her.
The funniest part is that she's gonna fucking leave the base to go wander around East LA. Like, what is she gonna fucking do? Like, I mean, like,
well, I mean, she is again. We discussed this a little bit in the last episode. She's the suburban kid who's a fucking idiot and doesn't understand what's going on in the world. So yeah, she would just go wander around East LA and then end up getting murdered. And everyone would be like, why was she there? What was she doing?
Like in the 80s, LA was not having a great time. Like
the fucking Night Stalkers running around out there.
It'd be amazing if she got killed by the Night Stalker. Fucking Richard Ramirez shows up in the middle of V episode 2.
Like imagine if in V, like the visitors are standing there and Richard Ramirez walks by just drenched in blood and they're like, I'm Satan, and they're like, fuck that, I'm not dealing with that guy. Not my problem. Go out after curfew. I don't give a shit.
Not my problem. Yeah. So it's so funny. But this is like really kinky though, because he's like making out with her and Diana's watching and he knows that Diana's watching and the camera pulls through.
The pressure on him
to perform
right there. Like, not just to, like, all right, I want to bone down with Diana, so I got to show her I know how to bone down real good. Because if I don't put on a good performance here, it's just not going to happen.
What if his dick has spines or something? The thing is that
what if any of these people knew science and Diana could be like, you can't get her pregnant. It's genetically impossible.
Well, it turns out you can. But maybe she had given her some kind of serum.
Sure.
She might have already prepped her to get knocked up. Like, that's the thing.
Maybe she's already knocked her up, but she just wants to make Brian do something.
I mean, that might be the thing, because Diana
she just wants to see, like, what's going on.
I mean, Diana's one horny lady.
She's horny, and she likes torture stuff, and she likes being weird and creepy.
Yeah, no, she's, I feel like, Rule 34, if it exists, there's porn of it. I don't think anybody's ever drawn a visitor dick.
I have not looked for V porn. I will be honest with you. It never even occurred to me.
I feel like nobody's drawn the visitor dick. I feel like that's the case. But anyway, back down on the surface, we got Robert, and he's talking to the visitor captain, and he's like, "Where's my fucking daughter?" And the guy's like, "She's on the mothership." And he's like, "If you want to see her again, you got to tell me where the resistance camp is."
He's like, "Hey, I'm a dad too."
Yeah,
I don't want your daughter to get hurt.
Yeah, I got little tadpoles at home. And he's like, tell us where the resistance camp is. And first Robert's like, I don't even know what you're talking about. I don't know anything about it. And, and then he's like, no, I can't tell you. My wife and daughters are there. And the captain's like, okay, here's the deal. I'm going to attack the camp, but I'm going to wait till 4 o'clock tomorrow. That way you can go get your family out of there and it'll be A-okay. But don't warn anybody else. I'll know. And so we're not going to have to hurt anybody. These people it'd be very easy for us to take this. It's not going to be a big deal. Just tell us where it is, and we'll do this for you. And we then see that they're getting ready for their big day of attacks. And Mike's like, I'm going up on the ship, man. I'm going to find out what's going on and find my family.
It's very important to understand, Mike still has a chest wound, which is why he cannot button up his shirt, because he has to let it air out. Because there's no other reason for him to just be walking around with his shirt open like that.
And you got Mark Singer. You want to make sure his chest is on display. I was thinking, Mark Singer has like one of the most 80s haircuts in this.
Oh, for sure.
And
yeah.
when we see people do shows or whatever set in the 80s, they never have 80s haircuts like that one.
No.
It's like a boring 80s haircut. It's ugly and boring. It's not like crazy or wild. It's just ugly and boring.
Yeah.
So the next day, and then the rest of the show is this next day.
Well, hold on. We can't skip over Caleb's prayer.
All right, Caleb does a prayer.
Yeah. And it's great because Caleb's like, we should pray. And Juliet's like, yeah, go for it. He's like, I thought you'd do it. She's like, no, you got to do it. And he's like, okay. And Caleb, clearly not wanting to do it, gives the worst prayer possible so that he won't be asked to do it again.
Never be asked to do it again.
Because he's just like, God, things are tough. You want to help us out? All right, talk to you later. Goodbye.
Yeah.
Like, it's amazing.
So here's the deal. They're going to blow up the chemical plant, and they're going to hit the armory. Although it turns out they're blowing up things all over the place.
Yeah, they're blowing up things around town to draw visitors away from the armory.
Right. So we see Caleb planting the bombs, and it's a good old-fashioned time bomb with a clock on it.
Yeah.
And he sets it up, and Willie comes over to, like, work over there. And
well, first, Harm goes over there, and she steps in gum.
Right.
And then touches the bomb. She's like, there's a bomb.
Right, and then she's like, I don't know what to do. She walks away. She sees Willie over there, and she knows the bomb's going to go off, so she screams for Willie. The bomb goes off. He survives. But then we have a long montage of bombs going off. They're like, we paid money for these pyrotechnics. We are going to show every single one of them. And they put some miniatures in there.
Miniature work. Yes, we built a miniature. We're using it. Or
they didn't
bought the footage from something else.
Yeah. I guarantee that is footage from something else. That is not from this. Because one of the things that's collapsing in the miniature footage is electrical towers, and there's none of those.
There's none there.
It's just not. No. Yeah.
Yeah. So, it's definitely from like a Godzilla movie or something.
It's something like that. Yeah. They are definitely, but I love the little cutaways to the miniatures. I found it really charming.
Oh, I got very excited.
So that's all blowing up. And everything's going crazy. They're blowing up things, shit all over town. We hear on the radio that shit's blowing up all over
This
town.
is when the old lady blows up. She's got the Molotov cocktail and blows up the ship. And the cold sore cop sees her and laughs.
Cold sore cop coming this fall to CBS.
John, you have a cold sore. That means there's been a murder.
Cold sore cop. Yeah, she blows up. She goes, this one's for Abraham, which I liked a lot. I liked that. I thought it was very sweet. And she walks away, and he laughs as she walks away. He catches himself. He knows he shouldn't be laughing.
Yeah.
And so Donovan goes and gets on a shuttle. And guess who gets on the shuttle with him? Oh, it's the fucking guy that likes to talk. Very great. Very great use.
They play like a real quick bit of like comedic music here where it's like, I really appreciated it.
So when they get off, the chatty guy, the talking guy, the Mr. Pain in the ass guy, he gets a phone call and he's like, "Oh shit, they're blowing up the chemical plant. We got to go back right away. Everybody get back on this fucking ship." And Mike is like, boop, boop, boop,
"Nope, gotta go."
So he starts wandering around, and at the beginning of the episode, he got that key. He had given Sean that key that he stole, and he got it back at the beginning of the episode, and he uses it to go inside to the closed off parts of the ship, and it's a totally different looking area. Like it's like really crazy, like dark. It's like more like they're playing with their different franchises that they're ripping off. Because they're ripping off some franchises right around now. They start really heavily ripping off franchises. But they're starting to do their alien thing. He comes into a big room that's full of tanks.
It is the engine room of the Enterprise from the Kelvin universe.
Oh, no kidding. That's a Budweiser plant. Yeah.
No, I don't. It's not the same, but it is this. They're doing the same exact thing where it's like we use a giant plant, and it probably is like a alcohol, like a beer plant or something, because he opens up the thing and water comes out of it. Like they're just doing the same thing where it's like, this is big crazy machinery. We'll pretend it's an engine room.
No, they put that water there, this production.
But it's coming out like one of the big things, isn't it?
It's not really. It's just on the wall next to it. Like,
all right, well, maybe it's not.
You are supposed to believe it is.
Yeah.
Well, I do like this though, because he's like, he like sees this faucet, and he just like, I guess I'll turn it on. And
who gives a shit?
And he turns on the faucet, and then he's like, "Huh, let me taste this shit." It's like, so insane. What? I know they have to get across the information that they're stealing our water,
Yes.
but it's just a funny way to get it across.
I mean, it is less odd than the guy in Last Jedi who licks the planet. And he's like, it's salt. Like, that guy's way weirder because that's just shit on the ground. At least this is like coming out of a thing and it looks like water. And like, I think it's water. Like, that's a little more understandable than I'm going to lick the planet's ground.
So we get the main assault force going to the armory. And Juliet's in that. And she's like, boy, I hope we don't lose anybody today. Bad news, Juliet. You're going to lose a lot of fucking people today.
Yeah, there's a couple of nasty looking deaths here.
Yeah, and so they're in a garbage truck and they blow through the fence at the armory, and the back of the garbage truck, they open it up and there's a bunch of dudes in there. Yeah. And so they all have their guns and shit. They got regular guns and shit. And
guns and mirrors.
And they're using mirrors to blind the aliens. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I think that's pretty cool. And I also wondered, putting that light directly in the camera, is that a problem? That feels like it's a problem.
I don't know. I have no idea. I do think the problem is that they need somebody who's better at strategy because their entire plan is everyone stand in the center of this area and just shine your lights. Hopefully the guys on the roofs won't just mow us down.
I mean, so the thing about this second episode is that it's kind of action heavy comparatively, and the action's not great. I mean, that's like kind of the problem. It's a lot of people standing around and going,
pow, pow, pow.
Like, and that fucking dogfight at the end, it's just like, all right, move it along.
It goes so long. like you're talking about using every shot of the explosions. They used every shot of flybys of California that they paid for. It keeps going. And even like the people in the fight don't seem all that interested in it. It's just like, pew, 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 pew.
It's so funny.
It's wild.
So they have this big battle, and they break into the armory, and they get the weapons, and so that's good news, but everybody's getting fucked up out there. Like, there's a lady who gets shot, I think, in the vagina?
Like,
does she get shot in the genitals?
Pretty close to it. Pretty close to it, it looks like, yeah.
It's pretty bad. They shoot a visitor right in the chest with, like, a rifle, and he doesn't even give a shit.
No, he's just like, whatever. I like that.
That's kind of a thing that we don't really follow up on, like, but I like that. The idea that, because they're scaly, maybe, like they have natural body armor.
Well, I figured it was the suits are probably
the suits are armored.
That's how I took it.
I mean, I kind of like the idea that they're scaled.
Although, spoilers for the final battle, plenty of them get shot up in that one, from what I remember. Michael Ironside has no problem just shooting the hell out of them.
Well, that's Michael Ironside, though.
Yeah,
that's the thing. Like, Michael Ironside, he'll kill you. Like, that's the deal. So Robert Maxwell is having a hard time because he knows he's betrayed everybody. He's watching these people die, and he's like, oh my God, I betrayed all these people. And he's like, oh my God, there's going to be an attack on the mountain camp. I have to go warn them. And he steals a Jeep and drives away. And I
don't want to skip over the visitor who gets set on fire and the crazy screams he makes.
Really good fire stunt there.
Yeah, really good fire stunt and really good audio stuff with his screams are like a mix of a human scream and like some kind of otherworldly sound. I was like, this is very creepy and cool. I like it.
Yeah, it's really good. I like it quite a bit. Do you think that the blaster sounds are like some kind of animal?
I don't know what they are. I love the sound.
Wow.
Yeah, I love it.
I think it's some kind of animal, I think. Like a cougar or something. I don't know.
Do you think
what?
Later on for the dogfight, when they were like, oh, we forgot to make a thing on the ships where the lasers would come from, so I guess they just kind of come out of wherever we want?
I think so. I think they didn't think about that. Back on the ship, wouldn't you know it, Mike runs into Martin. So there's Donovan and Martin reunited again.
Literally. Also, by the way, Martin is walking down the hallway. There's only one other person in the hallway, and it's Michael. And Martin does not see him until Michael grabs him. And it's like, how did you not see me? He walked right up to you and grabbed you.
You know, my take on that is that Martin is an officer, and he's just ignoring the lower guys. He doesn't even acknowledge their existence. So he's not even looking at them like that. That's my take. So Mike is like, I know you got all this water. Where the fuck are the chemicals? And Martin's like, hey, guess what, man? There's no fucking chemical.
Martin really has to walk Mike through this, by the way.
He really does.
Like the moment it's the water, you should be like, they're taking all the water. Instead of like, Martin's got to be like, there's no chemicals. It's like, well, there's not chemicals. What are you doing?
So
You found the fucking water, Mike. What do you think?
So this is another example of if anybody had bothered to look into any kind of science at all, that this would make no sense because water is not that rare. It would be easier for them to capture comets and stuff.
Yeah.
And sort of like work that way. Like,
well, it's rare in our solar. At the time, we thought it was rare in our solar system,
but it's not even necessarily as rare as we thought it was.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. I mean, like, it just doesn't make sense to go that many light years for water. It just makes zero sense. I mean, the premise here is that no other planet has water or this much water. And so finally Mike realizes, oh shit, you're going to make the earth dry. Everybody's going to die. And Martin's like, no, they won't die. They'll have already been long dead by now.
Yes. Yeah. Which is pretty great. Yeah, he's like, you'll take all the water and leave us to die. He's like, no, you'll already be dead. We wouldn't do that.
And so we cut down to to Daniel's house, and he's kind of hanging around. He's getting ready. He's got food in his mouth, and his parents come home, and he's kind of surprised. And he's like, "Hey guys, really sorry about all that getting arrested shit."
Daniel, by the way, again, I think this is good character work, and this is props or somebody, I don't know. Daniel's carrying his lunch, and his lunch is an orange and three Musketeers bars.
Yeah.
And I love because again, it's like he's 17. He's like, I gotta have something healthy. I'll have the orange, but also these three Musketeer bars. Three of them.
Yeah, it's pretty good. He's a child.
I love
right?
it. Yeah, I love it. I love that the show understands to consistently keep him in his age range and stuff.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
It's really well done.
So he's like, hey guys, sorry I got you arrested. That's tough, but like it's all fine now. Hey, where's Grandpa? And they're like, we never saw him. And they're like, he's dead. Like, he's dead.
Yeah. Also, he asks his dad, who's got the bandage hand. He's like, what happened to you? He's like, I burned myself, which is a very interesting response.
But he says it in a way. Does he say I got burned? He doesn't say I burned myself.
The way he said it, I remember feeling like he was saying like it was an accidental thing.
No, I don't think he was doing that at all. I think he was basically letting Daniel know that this happened.
No, he's definitely letting him know, but not directly saying like they burnt me. Like,
I don't know. I think he is. I don't remember the exact line. I don't remember exactly what he says. But Daniel's like, ooh, and he leaves the house because things are really fucking tense in there. So Martin's like, vibes. Hey, Mike, I want to show you something else.
Yeah, you want to see something?
You thought the last thing I showed you was bad.
Hey, check this out.
And they walk into a room, and there's these cocoons, and there's people inside these like see-through cocoons, and they have like weird like squiggly gut stuff. So now they're really riffing on Alien here. They're doing like the biomechanic stuff with that on 100%. And Mike is like, "Oh my God, they're dead." What's really funny is that they use wax figures for this.
Yeah. I don't know exactly why.
Yeah, I mean it's interesting.
I mean, they're upside down, so maybe that's part of it. Was like
they shoot them, but when you do the close-ups in their faces, it's wax figures.
They're like I don't know why that one scientist guy that we saw get shot in his car is in there, and they use a wax version of him with no eyes. That was creepy.
I don't know why he's up front. He should be way in the back.
Yeah, just so that we know.
I mean, that's the thing, yeah. I mean, as if we couldn't have fucking put two and two together. Yeah. But
hey, he's still alive, which is kind of shocking because he got shot. So I figured he was dead.
Well, people can get shot. Those guns have multiple settings.
Well, I mean, yeah, we know Mike got shot in the chest and he's fine. But like,
well, they healed him. He woke up and they were doing.
That's true. They were, but still, like, it's an odd thing to because the first episode definitely suggests they killed that guy. And then this, it's like, nah, he's alive.
It's suggested, but it's not like 100%. Anyway, he's like, oh my God, they're dead. And Martin's like, no, they're just on this side of death. Like their metabolism has been slowed down. They're mostly dead. Metabolism has been slowed down a whole lot. And then he's like, you think this is bad? And he turns on the lights. It's like 10,000 of these things. And guess what? Every one of our ships has got a room like this. Yeah. And
I like it because Mike is like, is Sean in here? And Martin's like, I don't know, maybe. Or it might be another ship. I have no fucking clue. I don't give a shit.
Oh no, you know what? I think we fucked up. This is when they see Tony. They don't see Tony previously. They see
Tony with Sancho.
But that's now. That's when they get Sancho.
Oh, is that now?
Escape.
No.
Yes.
No, it's earlier. I have it in my notes way earlier.
But you're wrong, because they rescue Sancho right now.
They rescue Sancho now, but they see him earlier.
No, they take him immediately from the room.
Oh, I guess they do. All right.
Yeah. How do your notes get out of order? Like, you're jumping through time?
No, because my notes aren't great. So, like, I just have, like, Tony frowny face. And I took that as, like, that's when they see him.
No, Tony...
That must be for when Tony got...
spit in the face.
Got spit in the face, yeah.
And it's so funny.
Right, it says Tony frowny face, and the next thing is the Dragon Lady line.
Yeah, I think he just said Dragon Lady because Martin was talking about how she's, like, torturing people.
Oh, you know what it probably is he asked him about Tony, and he's like, Martin's like, don't worry about that guy.
I'm going to bring back an old catchphrase from our shows, which you didn't like, but we did make merch of, which is, you were just confidently incorrect there, and I just went with it. Yeah. I was like, yeah, Derek must know. Yeah. I don't have it. To be
clear, it's not a thing that I don't like it. I got annoyed when you did it like 13 times in 2 minutes. And it was like, you got to get a new line. Like, you can't just keep using the same fucking line over.
Well, I'm bringing this one back. It's been a minute since I said that you were confidently incorrect.
Sure.
So this also, by the way, Martin's like, Donovan's like, well, why are they in suspended animations? Because it's much easier to kill them. And Martin's like, well, the leader has use for them. Some of them are going to become soldiers in the fight against his enemy. And Donovan's like, oh shit, who's his enemy? Like, we're going to team up with those guys. And Martin's like, I'm not so sure. Then Mike's like, wait a second. You just said some of them.
Yeah.
What about the rest of them? And Martin's like, well, we ran out of water, but we have run out of something else as well. And Mike's like, food. And so they're going to be food.
Which, not for nothing. You came to Earth. By this point, they got to be like, man, these mice and gerbils and stuff reproduce quick. Maybe we don't need to bring back so much space for all these humans. We can just get these guys.
We don't know if those were space gerbils.
I don't think they were.
Why not?
Because I don't know. I guess they could be. But I would think even still, they would be like, oh, look at all the gerbils and stuff. We can grab them. And then realize they reproduce real fast, the mice.
But
I
feel like...
Like, you think they'd be like, there's like a gajillion, like 2,000 billion mice on this planet, man.
But how do you... But they're going to have to get them, right? So, like, they're going to have to go to pet shops or pet dealers. And so, like, how are you going to be like, we need 10,000 gerbils?
You don't need 10,000 gerbils. You go to each pet shop and be like, I need like 10 gerbils. And then you just let them bone it out and you get a billion gerbils in like
But the thing is, they need to eat today.
Yes.
They were eating them currently.
Yes.
And everybody's room has a little solar opposites wall.
Yeah.
I don't know. They might have been space gerbils.
Maybe. Do you think you have to put in a quarter to open up the gerbil wall?
That would be really funny if you had to put in a visitor quarter. Yeah. So we never find out what the enemy is.
No.
Do you have? I think it would have to be some kind of like mongoose people or something. Like, I think that the way that this show is, the metaphorical stuff's pretty on the nose.
Yeah.
So like, what kills lizards? And I'm thinking like some kind of like mongoosey hairy thing is my guess.
I don't know. I remember hearing long, long ago that they show up in one of the books, but I never read any of the books.
Kenneth Johnson did not do V The Final Battle, but he did eventually write a book called V Second Generation. That was his idea. I have secured a copy of it, and I will be reading it as research for when we go into V The Final Battle. So I should hopefully have some ideas about where Kenneth Johnson wanted the thing to go. I don't think V The Final Battle ends very well. So his ending has got to be better, frankly. So this is where we see Tony, and Donovan is like, I'm going to fucking kill that lady. And Martin's like, you and me both, brother. You and me both. And that's when they meet Sancho. And Mike's like, hey, I'm going to help you, man.
And Sancho says his grandfather fought with who's he say? I can't remember. A Mexican revolutionary. I can't remember who, though.
Zapata.
Yes. Yes. Which I liked.
Hold on one second. I'm getting a message from my neighbor saying turn down my TV, but I don't have my TV on.
Okay.
So I'm messaging her back.
Breaking news.
Breaking news. My TV is not on. I can hear it over my white noise machine and my own TV, but I do not have a TV on. So I don't know what's happening. So I don't know. Anyway, where were we? So they rescue Sancho and they somehow rescue Robin. They throw like a line of ADR in there where it's like, I heard that they were holding her as a hostage. Like, it's like such nonsense.
The ADR line should be just like, this lady just walked up to us all of a sudden. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, it's really funny. And so they get her, and so they get on this shuttlecraft, and as soon as they get on the shuttlecraft, who should be in the fucking hangar bay? But that guy. The dude that wants to, he just wants to have a conversation. Like, that's the thing. He just wants to have a fucking conversation.
I will say this. They spend way too much time hanging out in that hangar bay.
Yeah.
Like, they're just talking. They're having, like, a chat.
Well,
and you got Robin and Sancho there. Like, it's too noticeable, guys. You got to get in and get out.
It's weird. Like, are they often bringing people back down in that state? Like, it seems like weird that they're just dragging Sancho through the fucking hangar, right?
Yeah, but I mean, I imagine they're not, and that's part of the reason why. Although maybe with Martin walking, everyone's like, "Well, Martin's there, so."
Yeah, that's a good point. Martin is one of the higher ups.
Yeah,
they get on the ship before that guy shows up. Martin's like, I'm getting on this ship. And Donovan's like, no, you're fucking not. You're fucking not getting on this ship. And they have a whole conversation.
It's a good speech about like you have to be where you're the most useful. And
yeah, that's the thing. And
you're scared. Martin, we're all scared. Yeah.
Yeah, because Martin is like they're gonna fucking kill me here, you know. And so. I think I like that speech. Like you said, it's a good speech. It's like a really strong speech. And Mike is right, but I feel like Mike's the wrong guy to deliver it. That's a Juliet speech.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely a sense of Mike delivering it in a sense of like, I just don't want this guy around anymore. Well, you already got these two people.
That's why it feels like he's the wrong guy, because the subtext of this whole thing is I do not want to hang out with you. Yeah, like he is like.
He's like, no, you're my friend. You're my buddy, but I need you to stay here, buddy. Be a buddy.
I think we're figuring out our situation here. Do you think maybe it's the next door neighbor?
Oh, well, let's stay on this.
Well, I had to respond. I'm not present because I'm responding. But so yeah, it really is like one of those like, hey, hey, we're all going to the diner. And Martin's like, hey, can I come to the diner? It's like, you know what? I think that actually what you got to be doing right now is you got to go back to the house and like really get the drinks or something. Like, just, we don't want to fucking hang out with you anymore, Martin. Yeah. We don't like you. But Martin's nice. He's sweet. I like Martin a lot.
He's an all right guy. I got nothing against Martin.
I like Martin. I think
he's trying to help out.
Being a fifth columnist, which is what that is, people who are working from the inside are fifth columnists, it's not easy. Like, that's a very scary position to be in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, because you're living a double life and you have to make decisions based on like, what am I going to let these bad guys do?
Yeah.
And how complicit will I be in that? And, so.
It's a real Garrick situation.
Real Garrett. Well, it's a real Juliet situation because at the end of the episode, she's like, we're going to kill a lot of people, man.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So they get chased out of the mothership, and we have a dogfight that goes on forever.
So long.
This is now where we're now ripping off Star Wars, because Sancho's in the back seat, and then he accidentally finds out that he's in the Luke Skywalker shooting in the Millennium Falcon seat, actually.
Yeah.
And what is he jerking his joystick around for?
I have no idea.
Because I don't even know where the blasts are coming from.
It's just coming from everywhere. Like, sometimes it's coming off of the wings, sometimes it's on the back. I have no idea. I could not figure that out. I also do appreciate that even in this moment, Robin finds ways to be very annoying.
Yeah.
Where she's like, you need to pull up. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks.
They go upside down at one point, and it's just so clearly they just put the picture upside down.
It's so funny. They're like, her hair is not falling.
No,
like,
it's so great. It's so
it's
good.
amazing.
It's so fucking good. So this just, I mean, again, this goes on forever, man. While this is happening, Daddy Maxwell Robert is on his way back to the camps and to warn everybody. And as he's driving, the shuttles go overhead. And he looks at his watch and it's 3:00. And he's like, "You fucking lied to me," which is like, "Hey, buddy, guess what? Of course they did."
Here's my thing. Here's my question. I'm not sure that guy lied to him. I think they started blowing up stuff and stole the armory. And they were like, he was like, "You know what? I told him, make sure nothing goes on."
Yeah, that's a good point.
I think maybe this guy was trying to keep his word, although he clearly wasn't. He was very much looking forward to murdering everybody.
Derek is pro-visitor. Wow, that's crazy.
No, I think there's an interesting story to be told there.
Okay, I get it. Mike, so he's all mad, and then they begin attacking. Mike, meanwhile, is flying around. Sancho manages to blow up one of the ships. They end up in the Angeles forest. I've driven these roads, by the way. And Mike does this crazy move flying through a tunnel, and the guy that's following, it is the guy that was trying to talk to him, and the whole time he's just like, "I want to have a conversation." That guy, by the way, they cast this guy, and then they have him in this scene, and all that he does is just sit there with nothing on his face.
That's what I'm saying. He looks so bored.
And they keep cutting back to him. Like, why are we cutting back to this guy so many times when he's not acting at all? Like, does he even know
sitting there?
Does he know the camera's on? Like,
you know what? Honestly, the camera might have just been rolling, and they were talking to him about like, okay, this is what's going to be going on, and we're going to move this thing around so it shakes when it gets hit. So make sure you react to that. And then they like turned it off, and then they did the scene, and they're like, "Oh, we filmed the wrong stuff. We filmed the between stuff." Shit.
It's so funny. So the attack is happening on the camp. It's immediately devastating. And as this is happening and everything's blowing up, the rest of the resistance comes. They come in their garbage truck and shit, and they have all their weapons. Like, they have immediately left the armory, and they just went right up because Robert had told her. And so everybody gets out, and they again use that same technique of just standing around. While there's blaster fire going. Yeah. But they have like little bazookas now. Or they have their RPGs, I guess, maybe. Or their, yeah. And so Elias takes down the first visitor shuttle with one.
He does. It's exciting.
And everybody's so fucking excited. I mean, like, it's really great because it's one of those things like where you really feel like you cannot fight back against these guys. And when you kill them, you're like, "Oh, fuck, we can blow these guys up." It's pretty good. So Juliet's like, "Okay, get all the scientific equipment out of here. Let's get everybody out of here. Let's hold them off." And everybody's using like regular guns. I guess that armory was not a laser gun armory.
No. When they go, it's a National Guard.
It's National Guard? Okay.
Yeah, you see the sign when they go in.
Okay.
And then when they break into the armory section, they you can see all the guns are just normal earth guns.
So all this battle is happening, and everybody's getting killed, and Juliet ends up on the ground, and we go doing slow-mo, and then we get choral music, and she sees people getting killed, and
we see the lady that was hanging out with Josh, she gets shot down. And
Josh comes running out to her and stands over her. Josh has previously he had a real sense of like self-preservation. He has none now. He's like, she took away my Atari and locked it up. I need the key for the Atari. So there's this moment. I like this moment a lot because I think in modern stuff, this is the trauma scene in a modern thing. And this is Steven Spielberg watched this and was like, "I'm going to put that in my mind and save it for Private Ryan." Well, you know that the plane crashing into the mountainside with the tunnel, that's from Indiana Jones. That came out after this. Spielberg. Oh, he definitely watched this. There's no planet he didn't watch V. I swear to God, I was thinking about this watching it. I was like, in my mind, Spielberg and Lucas got togetger and watched these. Oh, they definitely hanging out and like had popcorn and stuff. 100% watched it. They 100% watched it. Yeah, there's no way they didn't. Hey, you want to come over and watch V? Yeah. Come right by. So, but like in the modern thing, this would be like the trauma moment. But in the 80s, this is the moment where it feels her call to action.
Yeah.
And I like that better than the trauma moment. Like she sees the horror and she sees how bad things are and she knows she has to do something.
And just earlier, she was like, I hope nobody gets hurt.
Right.
And now she's like, people are going to get hurt.
Well, they're getting hurt. They're getting blown to pieces.
Hurt, and there's no coming off of that. Like,
well, there's like a guy
war.
There's a guy comes staggering out of a burning building, holding a lady,
carrying a lady. Yep.
Yeah, like it's pretty good. It's really good for the 80s, especially. Like you know what I mean. There's like one person like crawling on their stomach. Like we don't have like blown off legs like we'd have today. But
no,
like,
I mean today it would be this, if they made this today, it would be on HBO Max or Netflix or whatever, and the budget would be $700 million. And you'd be like, what the fuck? They spent so much money.
It would be 12 episodes. So she sees...
And those 12 episodes would just be the first episode of this.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
She sees Josh is like over Fran, which is the name of the character, by the way. I looked it up. And he's like crying and stuff. Help me, somebody help me. And so she runs over. And as she runs over, we see Diana is in one of the shuttles and she's in like the head shuttle. Yeah. And so she's like overseeing all this shit.
She's like that lady in particular.
Well, that's what happens. Yeah. So she, Juliet ends up doing like the thing from the first episode where she's just firing at the shuttle as it's flying at them.
Yeah, it's great.
Just taking her last stand. And when they miss her, Diana's like, go back, get that one.
Yeah. I like that.
I like that a lot. And then some other lady fucking puts there's another lady that knocks out another one, and then that's when Mike shows up in his ship, and they open fire on Diana. And did you notice that when the panel inside the ship explodes, tearing off her face is torn off before the panel explodes?
Yes.
Like it is already torn off. Like she's like grabbing at it before the panel explodes.
She also the panel explodes so badly that it knocks the contact out of her eye. So
I love that.
Her VI. Yeah.
But like also it explodes so badly that she has no choice but to perfectly reveal her face to the camera. It's a great shot though. Like whatever. I'm not complaining about it. It's terrific. And so she's like, let's get out of here. And it's funny is that they blew up 2 shuttles. There were 3 shuttles on the way. They blew up 2 shuttles and 3 shuttles leave. And I was like, what happened? How many, what? I don't understand this.
Yeah. Well, her face is messed up. She's like,
no, they came with 3 shuttles. The 3 shuttles fly over his head.
No, there's more than 3.
There's more than 3? I thought it was just 3.
I think there's more than 3.
Is there more? Because they blow up 2 shuttles.
I think there's at least 4.
Is there 4? Maybe there has to be 5 if 2 of them blow up.
Yeah.
So Donovan shows up, opens fire, and they all retreat. And we then cut to Daddy Maxwell Robert, and he finds his wife. She's dying. And she's like, I did my best to fight them. And he did not. And so he's got a gun, and he's going to blow his brains out.
Well, it's great because she's dying. She's like, where are the girls? And like she uses her last dying breath to be like, they're dead too. Like, ain't nobody made it. And it's like, holy shit. And yeah, there's just a gun there and he picks it up. He's like, I'm going to pull a mist.
Yeah, he's going to shoot himself. But then the kids show up and they all hug and Robin sees that mom is dead and starts crying. And it's really like, it's your fault. Like, Robin, you killed your mother. You straight killed your mother. The only reason why this happened is because she had to go for a fucking walk.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously Robert is also heavily part of this. But like a big reason why this happened is because she had to go for a fucking walk. So
a big reason why all of this happened is because you couldn't stay in the fucking pool house. It goes right back to that.
Oh, Robin dooming humanity because she can't.
Not all of humanity, but dooming her mother.
So Mike and Juliet meet up, and he's like, "Hey, so they're eating us, and they're taking all our water." And she's like, well, we got to blow up these fucking ships. And Mike's like, what? It's full of people. And she's like, yeah, well, you know what? Like, we got to, like, maybe we have to kill some of these people. Like, we have to save billions of people. We may have to kill thousands to save billions. And that's setting up a really good argument that the show is ending now, so it's not going to pick up necessarily on. I don't remember how much that's an argument in the next 3 episodes. I don't think it really is.
I have no memory.
I don't remember. But I think it's a good ethical moral argument. Like, is it better to blow up these ships? Because getting those people off those ships is going to be so fucking hard,
Yeah.
and you don't even know if you can bring them back to life.
No, you have no idea what any of the tech is, anything.
Right.
Yeah.
And so it's just the choice here, just blow the fucking ships up enough that the V are like, we're getting out of here. We don't want to. It's like driving the U.S. out of Vietnam. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's not so much that you actually beat them, but you put them in a position where they're just fucking throwing people at you.
Yeah, it's too costly to stay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's our little discussion here. We then cut to Resistance.
Well, before that,
what's that?
we get what might be the funniest part of these two episodes.
What's that?
Which is it's Elias, the dad from Boy Meets World, who's the cop guy.
He looks like Steve Zahn in this episode.
He does look like Steve Zahn. Yeah, he does. Wow. And the lady who shot down the other ship, because Elias shot one, this lady shot the other, and the Boy Meets World dad goes like, "You see her? You see what she did? It's amazing." And Elias goes, "Yeah, these guys aren't that tough." And the Boy Meets World guy goes, "What'd you say?" He goes, "They're not that tough." He goes, "Are you crazy?" And I love it. I love this moment. It is such like, it's not important to anything. It's just a little bit, a little moment. Yeah. And the reaction to it is so good. Like, it's a great little moment.
Do you know what I like about this too? Is that the lady that blows up a shuttle, we have no idea who the fuck she is.
Nope, she's just some lady.
She's just one of the Resistance members, and I love that because that's the thing I was talking about at the beginning of this episode is the idea that like the Resistance is regular people. It's not like here are big military guys. It's regular people.
Yeah,
and so
I don't even know if she has a line.
I think she might have a line there.
I don't remember her speaking.
But like, so that's the thing. It's like really cool because like we don't have to know these here. That's one of the reasons I really like Rogue One, is that the people who actually make a resistance or a rebellion work are the people you never heard of. That's who they are.
Did you see they're doing Rogue One prequel comics?
Yeah.
And one of them is about Cassian Andor?
Yeah.
Good thing. We need that.
Do you know what it is though?
Yeah, it's the 10 minutes we don't know of his life.
Well, but that's the 10 minutes is actually kind of interesting because like he leaves off to go meet that guy, and then the next thing you know, he's killing that guy. So there kind of is a story there. You know what I mean? There's actually a story.
It's just funny, like reading the breakdown is like,
no, I know. Yeah.
Like the story of Cassian Andor, you'll finally know his past. And it's like, no, there's 24 hours of it.
Yeah. But it's funny because I thought that was going to be like the final scene of Andor.
Yeah.
Like I thought we were going to find out why that guy was fucked up.
Yeah.
Like, all
we all thought that was going to be what it leads to. Yeah.
Yeah, but no, they ended before that. So I actually don't mind that little story. It's just a one shot too. It's like, who cares?
Yeah. It's just funny. Like when it is very funny. Finally we're gonna find out the stories of these characters from before. It's like we know one of them really well.
So we then skip ahead a bunch of days and we're back in the sewer, and Robin is taking care of the kids, and she's got morning sickness.
Yeah.
She's been
3 days straight.
3 days straight. And
it's got to be more than a few days then, right?
No, it's not, because the baby's like supercharged.
Yeah, I guess
it happens.
Yeah.
Like they're like, this is happening really fast.
Yeah.
So then we cut to Robert, who has not been kicked out of the Resistance or executed.
No, they're just like, yeah, you're cool, man.
Like, I guess it's kind of interesting because I don't like, it is really weird because I do feel like I want to put a bullet in that guy's head. Like, it really sucks. He goes to the Bernstein house and he's like, hey guys, we want to use your house as a safe house. And they're like, the wife's like, are you fucking crazy?
His logic makes no sense.
No, it makes perfect sense.
No, it does not.
It's the world according to Garp logic.
What?
In World According to Garp and his wife are going to buy a house, and while they're looking at a house, a plane crashes into it.
Yeah.
And that wife's like, oh no, and Garp's like, we'll take it. What are the odds of that happening again?
No, that I get. But here he's like, look, this is the last place they'd ever search again because they already searched here.
Right.
They didn't search there. Their son told them. It's a totally different thing.
Yeah,
so
but
we'll put other people in the pool house and hope that Daniel just doesn't look there.
Well, I think that the argument here is that what Robert's not saying is that any other person who's got a fucking brain who's not my daughter would be able to stay here without getting into trouble.
But a huge part of their hope is that Daniel never decides to have a pool party.
Oh, Daniel's never having a pool party.
You don't think he's going to invite the other Nazi youth, Hitler youth guys to come hang out?
They don't. I guarantee. I would love a little side story about his life with the Hitler Youth, because I guarantee all the humans hate his fucking guts.
They probably do.
They hate his fucking. I guarantee it.
But the lizards, also they're counting that he's never just going to want to go for a swim.
The lizards, maybe he never does. I don't know. I like the argument here because it's like they already hit this place, so therefore this is like they're not going to be suspicious of this place again. They tortured you, like they're not going to think you. They're going to assume that they beat you. Is basically what the argument is here, and that's the argument that Abraham makes in his letter.
Yes, it's a beautiful letter.
It's a really great letter because the wife doesn't want to let them stay, and then the husband's like, "Read this letter my father left for us," and. Basically, and then at the end of the letter, the dad, Stanley, is like, we have to help or we haven't learned a thing. And so it's the most never forget on the nose that they kind of do.
I guess it would have been funny if when she finishes the letter, he's like, the weird thing is he wrote that on our wedding day. This was the speech he was going to give. I don't know. He's a weird guy, my dad.
Yeah. So it's a really great letter. It's a really good scene, and it's really rousing. And the argument here is like, you know what? If we die helping people, then we died well.
Yes.
Like that is the argument, and that's the argument that actually Robert makes is like, if I die saving people, then that's good. Like that's a good reason to die. If I'm saving other people. Because that's the thing. One of the things that's really good about this show is that it doesn't do the heroic fantasy version of Resistance, where it's like, we're just going to win. It's like, no, a lot of us are going to die. Like, people are going to get knocked off, and it's going to be really bad. And like, but you have to still stand up against that. You still have to be willing to die. That's the thing. You have to be willing to blow your life up to actually make a difference.
Yeah.
And then we cut to radio telescopes, and Elias and Julie are there, and she's sending a message out to try to get the enemy, the visitor enemy that Mike told her about. And the thing is, like, she's like, it may take years for them to get this. And the answer is it will take at least 10 years. Like, there's like no version of this where that's like any sooner than that. And then they have to get there. Like, I guess we don't know what the propulsion system on the visitor ships is.
And also, if the V are here, which I don't think we ever find out what the V call themselves, do we?
No, we don't. We never do.
Maybe those guys are cose behind. And they're like,
that's searching. The thing. They might be like, paying attention to them. I mean, that's very possible. Elias says, let's hope they got their ghetto blasters tuned into us.
Yep.
And they go outside, and they're like, and she's like, it may take years, that we still have to fight. Like, we're going to still fight, and like, maybe they won't even help us. Like, we don't even know. Like, but like, we're doing this, and then we're going to send this message day and night just in case. And then he sprays the V on the door, and that's the end of V, the original miniseries.
You skipped a big bit.
What did I skip?
You skipped when Mike goes and talks to his mom, and his mom is like,
"Oh, right,
I'm hanging out with whoever's in power."
Right. That's right. I'm sorry about that.
That's a big bit. I like that bit.
But like we see that in the world today, right now. Like,
she's 100% a GOP senator.
Yeah.
Where she's like, this is where the power is. I'm going to follow it for as long as it goes.
Yeah, she's going to Mar-a-Lago. She's going to Mar-a-Lago for parties. Yeah, 100%. Like, that's it's so, and that's the thing. It's like, so it really is still, even up until this point where it kind of gets more into the resistance stuff here in the second episode, it's still so current, man. It's crazy. It's still so current. Yeah. But it's very funny because people can watch this and they can be like, yes, blow up the chemical plant. And then if somebody did that in real life against ICE or whatever, they'd be like, oh, you can't.
That's going too far.
That's going too far. But you know what? I mean, I don't know, man. The desperate times, things are, there's a bit where Mike asks Martin, how the fuck did you guys end up with this asshole as a leader? And Martin's like, well, he was charismatic and circumstances were right. I mean, and that's exactly what happened to us. That's exactly what happened to us. I mean, it's as simple as that. Like, and that's the way that it always works. It's not, obviously, this is not Kenneth Johnson foretelling the future.
Hitler.
Yeah. But that's exactly it. The guy's very charismatic, And I would even guess, much like Hitler and much like Trump, on the visitor planet, the other visitors that like were in the government didn't take that guy so seriously.
Oh, Martin, there's very little doubt in my mind that Martin is a real Chuck Schumer.
No,
You know?
Chuck Schumer would never do anything Martin does in this episode. Chuck Schumer would write a letter to Diana
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
about, while also helping her get her people into the conversion chamber. Like, there's just no version. No, he's definitely not Chuck Schumer. Chuck Schumer is useless.
No, that's true. He would be like, Diana, the conversion chamber is wrong. You should only do it to every other person.
We believe it's important that there is therapy available for people after the torture sessions. Martin's putting his life at risk. He's really in danger.
Yeah.
Like, he's in serious danger. He's lucky that the visitors have not invented security cameras.
Yes.
Because if they had, he's
And also
fucked.
that the guy who saw him with Donovan got killed.
Yeah, that guy got killed. Yeah. Otherwise he'd be in a lot of fucking trouble.
Yeah.
So I don't think that that's a fair comparison. What did you think of episode 2 of V, the original miniseries?
It's good. It's good stuff. Not as good as the first episode. The action is a little rough.
Yeah.
It's 1983 TV budget.
Yeah.
Watching the making of or behind the scenes footage that they have on the DVD, on the Blu-ray, it's not clear if it's the first day of filming, but it's clearly early into filming. And they say it's December 1982. This aired in May 1983. So they did not have a lot of time to make this.
Yeah, it's a real big turnaround. Yeah.
Yeah. And, but the character stuff in this is great. The character stuff continues to be really, really great. You don't see this kind of stuff anymore. Like these are really interesting, diversified characters, and not just like by like race or gender or anything like that, but in their thought processes,
in their response to what's happening. And that's what makes it really interesting. Yeah, like it's very, very different people having very different ways of responding to what's going on. And the show, I think, doesn't, except for Daniel, the show doesn't really have to point fingers and say this person's bad. It's quite clear. Like, I think like Mike's mom is just awful. But like, it's, I don't know. And you know what? I'm going to say something really fucking nuts right now.
Oh.
I think that the ending of this episode is more what the ending of Star Wars should have been like. Because the ending of Star Wars, because this is, they do a Star Wars ending, like where Darth Vader gets.
So you survives. Mean the A New Hope?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought you meant like all of Star Wars. I was like, no. Fucking be horrible after 9 movies. It's like, we'll beat them one day. Like, what the fuck?
No, but that premise that like this did not win the war, but this is our first big victory, and how amazing is that? That's I think it's not clear in the original Star Wars because they had the medal ceremony and stuff like that. It does feel like it's over, kind of. I understand why they did it, because obviously if he wasn't going to make any more of them, you want to end it on a satisfactory note.
Yeah.
But I think that this is a satisfactory note, though. Also, like, we will keep fighting. We will win.
Yeah. No, I if there was not another miniseries, I don't feel like you'd watch this and be like, what the hell? Like, you'd be like, oh, I want to see more, but you wouldn't feel like.
I actually disagree a little bit. Like, you want to see Daniel get his comeuppance.
Oh, you do. You 100% do.
And that's a big hanging thread.
And the
Robin
being pregnant. Yeah.
I mean, it ended setting up a sequel, because there's a version of this where Daniel gets his comeuppance at the end of the story. Because you really want that, man, because he really truly
where, like,
sucks.
His dad just beats him to death.
I feel like Robin and Daniel are made for each other.
You think so?
They're both awful. They're both the most awful people in this. Like, even Mike's mom is less awful than Robin, frankly.
I mean, look, let's be honest. There's 17 in this. It's 1983. In a reality where there are no visitors that come to Earth. She's probably gone viral for yelling at like a kid for something, like a Spanish kid or something.
Yeah, no, she's definitely gone viral being racist. Yeah.
And Daniel he probably drank himself to death.
No, Daniel's already he died in shooting up a McDonald's.
Oh, you think he went that far? I think he's the wrong age for that.
No, McDonald's. That's why I said McDonald's. That was like that same year, more or less. There was the massacre at the McDonald's.
Was okay.
Yeah. So it's like right around then. You don't know the massacre at the McDonald's?
I do. I didn't realize it was 83.
It's around then. I'm gonna look it up right now because I am so specific. It was 84, 1984. So that's exactly it. He killed 22 people.
That's a lot.
Yeah, and it was the deadliest mass shooting by a lone gunman, but we beat that 7 years later. But it is still the deadliest. America. It's the deadliest in California history still.
Okay.
Yeah, he shot 22 people, 19 other wounded. He got killed by a sniper. Yeah. So, and then also we already had the school shootings happening because the song "I Don't Like Mondays" is about that.
Yeah, but it wasn't. Columbine is where I think things really picked up to a new level.
It was happening before Columbine, like around, but Columbine really did it did definitely set it off. I will say
Columbine was the moment where it's like, oh, this is going to be the new American century is going to be.
I mean, yeah, because we had what's his name at UT shooting from the tower in the 60s. So I mean, we had this stuff. We had this stuff happening. No, I think Starkweather. What's his fucking name? Man, this is the worst episode. No, Charlie Starkweather is the guy that inspired Nebraska.
Oh yeah. Oh God, what was his name?
Charles Whitman. Chuck Whitman. I should have known that, man. I went to the tower just to go see the tower where it happened. Like I'm that kind of person. I can't help it. He's really interesting. He had a tumor.
Yeah, let's wrap it up though, because it's midnight and I'm tired.
He had a tumor. He had a tumor. It's very interesting.
Yes. And he requested his head be checked after.
Yeah, his brain be dissected. Yeah. So we'll be back again next week with V the Final Battle episode 1. That's a 3-parter. And we have all of our favorite characters back, and we get a couple of new ones too. So I'm excited to revisit it. I have not revisited the Final Battle. I revisited V a couple of years ago, but I did not revisit the Final Battle. So I'm kind of excited to do it. And Derek, if people wanted to buy merch, maybe a confidently incorrect shirt, maybe.
Yeah, just go to cinema-sanga.com. And that'll take you to our link tree, and all the links are there for our shop, the Patreon, our social medias, all the fun stuff.
All the good stuff. All right.
Goods. And if you're watching this on YouTube, why not like and subscribe?
Why not do that? Yeah. And if you're listening to us, why not put a little review on your little podcast app?
Yeah.
And make it a 5 or 4, like whatever the highest one is. Don't give us a mediocre one. Don't give us a low one. Give us a nice one, a high one. Write a nice thing about us on it too. That's why not?
Say nice stuff.
Say nice stuff. We're people too. All right, we'll see you guys again next week. Until then, may you be happy, may you be healthy, may you be safe, may you be well, and most of all, we will see you across the Omniverse.